Hello and good evening to everybody. This is the flagship show right here, Wednesday Night Fights. Proud to come to you tonight from a Wednesday Night Fights production facility. Awesome night tonight. The streak is on the line. On Your Six versus NFTG. But before all that happens, UGC versus 36 Panzer, and then TNG2 versus Nightmare. So we have some amazing matches set up. Thank you, Beaver, for making this blockbuster night. My commentators tonight, of course, the golfing fool of Wednesday Night Fights. He used to dance, but now he moves it over to the golf course. Mr. Happy Gilmore. Dex, what's going on?
Not much. With yourself?
It's doing pretty good now. My next commentator needs no introduction. The superstar himself. Beaver thinks he's the face that runs the place, but Anarchy's the man behind the controller that runs everything. Welcome, Anarchy.
Hey, how's it going?
No big head or anything, you know.
No, only all the time.
No, only 10 out of 10. That's your just for everybody clarification. The 10 out of the 10, that is Anarchy saying all the time. So gotta love him.
IGN 10 out of 10.
IGN 10. All right, guys. So with this blockbuster lineup, it doesn't stop here, does it, Anarchy? We have even more stuff going on.
Yeah, of course that's just it. Come on. People have come to expect better than that.
Yeah. So, proud to say Beaver has done his job diligently, and we're going to have a very special guest commentator. Everybody knows her. Everybody loves her. Beaver adores her. Miss RaiBot will be live with us here very shortly. She's going to take part and do some commentary here on Wednesday Night Fights. So, what do you think, guys? Did Beaver, hit a homer here?
Oh, yeah, that's why we keep Beaver around. He never disappoints. I'm actually going to pull her in right now as we speak.
Awesome. So, while we get her in here, do you like to say thank you for all the teams that are coming out this evening?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello,
yes,
how you doing, ma'am?
Yay, pretty good. Now I'm making salmon.
Ah.
I have to eat. You guys have to give me a break.
No,
My cat says hi.
I'm sure the cat enjoys you making salmon as well.
So thank you for taking time out of your life and your kitty cat
No problem.
to come out and visit with us.
To join for the longest.
So, I know a lot of people usually pretty barrage you everywhere you go is new stuff coming. You know what's all coming down the line. You know what? We're not going to do anything like that. We're not going to do any questions. All we want to know is, so apparently you love your job there with WarGaming.
Yeah, I do.
And it's one of those, it's glad to see you come out for the community, because Wednesday Night Fight is built for the community.
Of course.
And I know WarGaming, you guys are definitely trying your darndest and everything to help the competitive community go even farther, to live on, make the game continue for years to come.
Yeah, and you know what? Even when we're talking about the competitive side, we definitely wanted to push it way earlier than it is now. But it's also a collaboration with Microsoft and with PlayStation, so they also have their own timelines, and us trying to match to theirs means sometimes we have to delay, but it's not necessarily always bad. We push things for a reason. So, you know, if we want to have a new feature that works, then that's the sacrifice that sometimes we have to make. And, you know, players kind of sometimes feel disappointed about it, but, you know, it ends up being a win-win situation in the end.
Yes.
Well, definitely there's been it's a tangible thing the last month, 2 months that WarGaming has really stepped up and been a lot more active in it. It's one of those things you can certainly feel that they've been really trying to get things going on the competitive. There's been a lot more news about it and a lot more things being implemented, you know, for it. So hopefully that can continue and people can, you know, start to see more of that.
No, for sure. I completely agree with you on that aspect. And, you know, since we release arenas on Xbox Live, there's been also that demand to also cater for PlayStation. So we are in the works on that. There's conversations and also a few tests that we need to run on that aspect. But it's certainly something that we need to bring ASAP. We don't want our players on the PlayStation side to feel like they're always on the lore content of PlayStation 4, and that includes weekly assault videos as well as the platoon with the community. And I do have to apologize for that. And I was just realizing that I was doing that, but certainly if the community wants me to play in PlayStation 4 and push more content for that, absolutely, I'll do it.
Who wouldn't want to have RaiBot over there playing?
They'd be like, you switch sides.
Yeah, right. Yeah, all the Xbox people, she has betrayed us. Kick.
Oh boy.
So that's awesome. And I know that you guys have been working very hard. And it looks amazing, the new war stories that you guys have put out. It's adding a whole new element to the game, and I think it made a lot of people come back to tanks and enjoy that experience that you guys made with the war stories. So thank you on that.
Oh, no, thank you. I mean, again, this is content for you guys. And I don't know how you feel about this. Maybe you can give me some insight or feedback on this. But when we were showcasing it on Gamescom, you know how the War Stories trailer looks absolutely nothing like War Stories, the animated cuts. And someone from the Japanese press, he's like, oh, you know, I wasn't really sure if I was playing War Stories or not because the animations are very different. Why did you decide to do comics? Again, we had that collaboration with the Rollout World Tanks comic series that we did this year and also the past year. And in my mind, personally, I think the comics layouts and the animations, I think they leave more to the imagination that if we actually provide like full animated content, because if you do that, it's like, it's in your face, it's right there. But when you have comic animations, I think there's different ways that you can interpret what's happening on screen. That's what I take. Of course, we want to continue to do more of those. But I personally enjoyed those more than if I had like full computer animated 4K animations or something like that. What's your take on that?
Anarchy?
Well, like, I definitely, it was one of those things, whatever you did for the art style, it wasn't why I was playing it, and I wasn't going to get caught up with it. The story was what I felt was the important part, like the narration and everything, and the art style, regardless of if it was a full cinematic trailer or the drawing style, was, you know, second fiddle to the actual story of it, and then the gameplay obviously was good. But I thought the drawing style was actually, it was different. I thought it was pretty interesting, to be honest. It made me certainly watch the whole thing because it was new, where like cinematic trailers, you see them all the time for video games and stuff.
Yeah,
I probably would have skipped it.
Yeah,
it was eye-catching.
Yeah, it set it apart from everything else that we get splattered with every day, and so I think that's what it drew more eyes the way it was done that way because it was so different.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it keeps it old school-ish, and I like that. I really do.
Totally agree.
I'm excited for the new war stories that come out this month.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Sea Lion. It's coming up on Tuesday. So that's also the same day we're gonna do the developer stream at 3 p.m. Central Time on Twitch.
We will be hosting you.
No, please do drop the questions. And I had a meeting with Jeff Gregg, who's gonna be at the stream, and I had a meeting with him like about 3 days ago. So I know players were asking like, what's happening with the maps? What's happening with the maps? So hopefully he'll give a little bit of insight. He already gave it to me, but again, it has to come from him, especially because there are certain aspects of it that I did not consider that were affecting the removal of those maps. So hopefully he'll shed more light into that. And I told him that's #1 issue, and the #2 issue is when are the Swedish tanks? So it's been like that for the past 3 months. But yeah, I do have to agree with the community that there's some at some point we have to give more information for sure to keep you guys up to date.
Well, with the maps, I don't think people were necessarily like very mad that they were taken out. It was one of those things that people were more or less curious, like what happened, you know? And so that definitely goes along with it. As soon as people know why they were out and that they're coming back and they're not just gone forever, if they are, I'm sure
No,
it'll definitely
they're coming back. I promise you that.
But it was just kind of like there was an update, and then all of a sudden there was like a couple weeks later, like, oh, I hadn't played this map in a while. You know, so I'm sure people were just wanting the explanation more than anything.
No, I completely agree on that. And I do recall Payne stating on the last developer stream that, you know, that was a mistake on our part, not sharing that information. Honestly, we made the decision to remove those maps, but in the end, we didn't really think of what the community would say, or there's so many maps that we frankly didn't think you guys would notice. Not that we didn't want you guys to not notice, but it was one of those things that we had to remove them immediately because they were going to cause issues. So if we leave those maps and then X amount of players are affected, that's bad. If we remove those maps, then no players would be affected, but the players would be mad at us for taking them away. So sometimes it's kind of like a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, it's a double-edged, and sometimes you just you gotta take what you're given and understand that, you know, everything is a working product to try to make everything better for us. You know, a better gaming experience with less bugs and everything, just all around.
If you had launched with those maps and they were causing like crashes or something, you guys would have been flooded with tickets.
Yes.
And that would have been a huge game of catch up.
Yeah.
Of, you know, they would have been a very busy day for everybody if it was causing problems for people and whatnot.
You know, and honestly, I didn't really even care that I'm like, oh, okay, they're down. All right, cool. You know, I've been more super excited playing Ravage Capital, which looks amazing. I
really like Ravage Capital. So yeah, I like the.
Yeah, we've been pushing it hard here on Wednesday Night Fights. It almost even with the separation of the spawns, with a lot of things being in asphalt and pavement, it gives a lot of people more mobility, and teams are able to set up. I know and then we're getting ready to do a hard push for your guys' Icebound, but it isn't now like Icebound. The rumor is, that it's Stalingrad from PC, an altered Stalingrad. Is that okay to say, or?
Yeah, it is inspired by it. We did have a few changes on it, but like we mentioned before, we kind of look into PC's content and see what works, and they work very closely with us, and they tell us, hey, you know, we like what console is doing this, and then we go ahead and say, hey, we love what PC is doing over there. So certainly, it's kind of like some of the aesthetic changes that we did on Ravage City, where we're going to continue to do more of that as well. There's a few maps that I'm pretty sure some of you and the rest of the community have been pushing that are on PC that we don't have. You're certainly going to see some of those coming in the next few updates for sure.
That's
amazing.
I think
everybody understands the game on Xbox looks very good. I definitely prefer the aesthetics of Xbox over PC. Just it's a cleaner looking HUD and everything. For what it's worth, I think the graphics are much nicer.
So, and then here's I said I wouldn't ask one, but on a serious note, is X with the new Xbox X coming out? Is there any chance of tanks breaking the 30 frames per second, or is that still being discussion?
It's still under discussion right now. It's not a matter of whether the tanks can do it or not, because did any of you get a chance to see the Gamescom presentation by Andy Dorizas?
That one?
Yeah, he's the lead artist for World Tanks console.
Okay.
I don't think anyone in the community did, but yeah, he had an interview and he was talking about the tanks 4K. The tanks have always been 4K since we moved to Xbox One. They've always been 4K. It's just that the console is unable to show 4K because Xbox One doesn't have the capability. So when Xbox One X comes out, there's not going to be no update or anything like that. The tanks are already 4K.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so the textures, the MIPS, which is pretty much the texture itself from each layer of the tank, has always been 4K. With that said, since we already had all the tanks working on that, when Microsoft came up to us, they're like, oh, well, then I guess we don't have to do anything about it. So this is how the console operates. They gave us all the numbers and, the qualifications of the console and that, and it's still 30. That's something that, it's out of our hands because, again, we're working on the console. Not if it was our game and if it was our console, maybe we can kind of play around it. Mm-hmm. But it's sort of kind of like Microsoft Xbox requirements for now. It can change in the future. Who knows? It's pretty soon. The console is not even out.
Yeah, and I know when Wednesday Night Fights were first launched. One of our biggest things was I'm able to stream in 4K, and because Twitch has the limitations of of only doing the 720 and 1080p, but YouTube has the 4K capability. So we're ready to do that. So it's going to be amazing to see everything in 4K. I truly feel maybe it's going to be over defined. So much. So much in your face that you're like drooling for a couple seconds there.
Hollywood quality tanks.
Yes.
No, and it's very interesting. When we were doing earlier dev presentations, again, I was talking to Andy Dorizas, and he was giving me the rundown of how long it takes to texturize and design a tank from the ground up. So it's literally about 2 to 3 weeks to put a model together. And this is about a team of 2 or 3 people making the model itself. Then you also have the textures, and that's like another week or so. And then you also have to coordinate the textures and the models with every working part. So that goes into the design and the art team. So overall, each tank is about, before it was 40 hours, now it's about 50 to 60 hours of work. Before it even hits the testing department.
Going over to the test phase. Wow, that's incredible.
So these tanks are just highly texturized, and you seriously have to see them in 4K because they look amazing. They look really awesome. Oh,
I bet. And we seriously can't wait for that. Speaking of people in the community talk about the HD upgrades and stuff like that. And everybody's like the E5 had its. I know I've had a few viewers ask me, is the AMX 5120 gonna get that armor buff? That armor buff that PC got, and will it be when you guys finally release the new Swedes?
Which will be soon.
Yeah, it will be soon.
TM.
If the AMX the AMX 5100, the 120, and the 50 would also get an armor buff from that. So,
well, I think on PC they didn't get armor buffs; they just got their HD models. Like the 50B got buffed; it got the extra degrees of gun depression and smaller aim time, or shorter aim time when the Swedes came out, if I remember correctly. The HD models are like the Batchat just got its HD model and stuff. They just every update they roll out a couple tanks, and those are kind of interesting because sometimes it's a buff, sometimes it's a bit of a nerf to those tanks depending on with their HD models, but it makes them look much nicer regardless.
yes.
Yeah, and you know what? When it comes to like buffs and upgrades, I was talking to Max Chaos, and there are intentions of kind of doing like an evaluation of the tanks that we have right now, with the Swedish tanks coming soon. Every time we introduce a tank, there's always going to be a certain like a certain space of is the game balanced well? Is it working? What needs to be reviewed? Revisions. And we've introduced so many new tanks this past couple months that, you know, it's getting close to the time where definitely we're going to do another evaluation. You're talking about the addition of packages, the addition of new guns, the ammunition, new consumables, for example, like the vouchers that we introduce. Every single aspect that affects a tank will have an impact in the ecosystem. So, and in the economy, and I'm not talking about gold, I'm talking about XP and silver.
Mm-hmm.
So certainly that's something that we definitely want to view in the next couple months, and if changes are necessary, we'll make them. We only buff tanks when it's utterly necessary, and that is the very last resort. So yeah, I want to make sure that players know that, and that we don't buff tanks because we feel like it. That is the very last resort that we go to when a tank needs to be buffed.
Well, yeah, well, like we saw, there was an announcement in one of either the September overview or somewhere that there was, I think it might have been Max Chaos was saying there is something coming in the fall as far as game balance is concerned with changes to that.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so something like that is going to be coming soon.
Well, like what you guys did with the Gorilla, where like when it was introduced to PC, it was a very, very strong tank. Some would say considerably too much. But you guys alleviated that with the way it was introduced to Xbox. It's a balanced tank. It's perfect. It's definitely not what it was at PC. I mean, the thing when it was introduced then was extremely strong. So, I mean, doing that alleviates the need to go back and change things later.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we always have a little wiggle space. And it certainly helps that, for example, that tank being first on PC, we can see what kind of works and doesn't, and then, you know, take it from there, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've got pretty much a lot of stuff taken care of. Wow, this has been awesome. I don't want it to end. I know a lot of the people in Twitch and over on YouTube, they're good conversations going. So I wanted to say thank you. And everybody, yes, that is RaiBot you hear with us. Beaver... well, he talks to you quite a bit when something's needed. I know you have helped out Wednesday Night Fights since the conception, and we greatly appreciate what you've done for us, and essentially what that we would be able to give away all this stuff to the fans and to all the community. And I know that they enjoy it dearly. And the funny thing is, a lot of them they don't want the code. They want the notoriety that they got the code.
They got something.
Yes.
No, I appreciate that. I really do. But you know, my job is my job, and I love the community. I like working with you guys. I love answering questions. You know, I see a lot of passionate players, and sometimes I get pings on PMs like, oh, the player was rude to you. He's not rude, he's just passionate, and that's how I see it. That's how I take every single comment, whether it's negative or positive.
I always wondered that.
It's only gonna help the game. And us replying to you guys, it is not only part of our job, but it is a service, and it is a pleasure, because you guys are really making the game better. And you know, certainly we are far from perfect. I think no one is perfect, really.
Oh, no.
But if we collaborate and we share information, feedback, whether it's good or bad, then we can only make the game better.
Well,
and this initiative is literally coming from Pain God himself, who is very pro community. He's always wanting to know what the community is talking about. I know he's not in the forums a lot, but believe me, he is. He's probably ninjaing on the forums right now. He always takes the time to do so, and it's not just him. It's Ladio and Max Chaos and every single member of the dev team. We're keeping our eyes in the forums and just want to know what the players want, and evaluate if we can or cannot do certain things, and if we cannot, then find a way to implement it somewhere else.
Well, I would imagine it's hard, like you were saying, when people are rude, but it just shows, like, at least they're talking and they're trying to help. It's because they want the game to get better because they enjoy it. If there was a problem, people wouldn't be saying anything and they would just be not playing. But by them bringing questions to you, it's because they love the game. So, I mean, that's definitely a good way to look at it.
Yes.
As I'm sure it does get annoying sometimes.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. I'm a human being. I'm not gonna lie. There's some times where it hurts my feelings when players can be rude or but it's not them. It's just that they're so passionate, and I get that. I completely understand, and I get like that when I play in a game, or when I see sometimes, the tank that I want, it's gonna get pushed and not get implemented till later. I rage, but it comes from a good place, and I get that. When you work with community, you can't take anything personally, because this game could be helping someone who loves to play tanks, and that is his hobby, and it's making him happy.
Me.
Yeah, there you go. Or this other player plays with his friends, and that's how he communicates and engages with other people. The other day at the player gathering, the one in Let's Battle Tour, Ohio, I met a father and son who don't live on the same state, and they were very gracious and kind enough to share the fact that they are in contact with each other through World of Tanks.
Yes.
So those are the stories that we want to hear, and we do what we do because we know the game provides other than entertainment. It's a vehicle, a method for people to connect and communicate. And definitely, there's other layers to that aspect that we want to be part of in the end.
And if you have a rough day, you've got your cats.
Or that. There you go. They're right here. Like I said, I was cooking salmon, and they're right here like leeches waiting for a piece.
So kind of a personal question. So when you were getting out of college and everything, and you decided to get into wargaming, were you prepared for the influx of all of the fan mail and all of the just the experiences coming with kind of, I guess, fame and stuff like that? Were you ready for that?
It's interesting because I used to work for a higher learning institution, a community college here in Chicago, and I was making pretty good money because I was leading a Title V grant, which created scholarships, and I used to mentor groups of college students, and I liked it, but in the end, it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I really love playing video games. Back in, the day, when the new PlayStation games came out, and then PlayStation 2, and then you have the Wii and all, you have a large range of games that I was just addicted. Everyone knows I'm a huge Mega Man fan. I even have a Mega Man tattoo. I love Mega Man.
That's
so
awesome.
I just got fed up working for the college, and I quit. And I noticed that Day One Studios was hiring testers, and it said no experience required. QA testing, that's how you start. There's no experience required. So I literally dropped my salary job for a $10 an hour job.
Oh, wow.
Because I really wanted to get in the game industry, and I just started to work from there, and I realized I have dyslexia, so I really couldn't really take a design job or a business intelligence job because numbers really don't cooperate with me. It's been kind of a struggle since I've been in high school.
My middle daughter is affected by that. It's held her up, but she's doing so well. Dyslexia is one of the most, I think, underrated things.
No, it totally is, because you feel stupid, and that's how I felt in school because I kept failing math over and over and over again, and I still hate math. Math and I were not friends. I can tell you that. That is the one person or thing that I'm not friends with, math. So I really couldn't really go and take a design position because it's not gonna work no matter how much I want it. If the company ends up giving me a design position, I would be doing a disservice to it because it's just not gonna work. But since I mentor college students and I love to engage and talk and just assist as much as possible, I knew that community could be sort of like a vehicle for me to get in the industry. And I've been doing it since then. I love engaging with players. I love talking to them. I love making them happy. Sometimes they just have a rough day. I'm like, dude, chill out. Here you go. 3 days of premium. Go have fun. Destroy shit. And they're like, okay, that sounds cool. I love doing that. And that's definitely something that I enjoy. I feel honored that people would come up to me and say, hey, can I take a photo with you? It makes me really happy. And I hope I can continue to do this and, just help the community as much as I can.
Well, that's really good to hear, though, that Wargaming has people that, you like playing video games. You're not just there working for them. It's one of those things. It's a passion for you because, that's how you get stuff done is by having passionate employees. So that's good to hear that you enjoy playing video games and, that's your background and not one of those, you got into it for the job and then picked it up second.
No, I completely agree with you. And you know how earlier I said that sometimes it hurts my feelings when I read mean comments? I think they're more directed towards when someone says, oh, the devs don't know how to do what they're doing or something like that. It hurts my feelings because I work with these people and I know they're very passionate. Some of them have been working in the game industry for 20 plus years. Like they go way, way back before the computer was invented. So I know that's not true. The team that works in Chicago, they're very passionate. They love the games. They love the community, as passionate as they are. They really, really love. And, that's sometimes one of those things where I can't jump in the forums and be like, oh, that's not true, this and that. I have to understand where they're coming from and all. But when they said that devs don't know what they're doing or, they don't care about the community, that's completely untrue. Trust me, I swear on my cats. That is completely untrue.
Well, now it's a fact. As soon as she brings the cats into it, she's serious.
Yeah, the cats community's like, don't mess with my cats because stuff's gonna happen.
So, and then, so is there like when the corporate office there in Chicago? I live in Springfield. Do they do tours of the corporate or?
Yeah, we actually do tours in Chicago. You just have to give me 2 weeks in advance.
Okay.
If you guys ever want to come down to Chicago, take a tour, and even sit down and talk with the design team, and share your ideas and ask questions, definitely contact me and I'll arrange. We'll have goodie bags for all of you, and certainly,
Awesome.
I was trying to coordinate something with Soviet Death on this coming Friday because he's gonna come to the player gathering in Cantini on Saturday. So if you're in town, let us know and we'll hang out with you guys.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. That is really cool.
That's one of the. There's always a running joke. It goes on here that Beebs checks in the mail. I mean, we all do this for free, and we all do this. And Beaver is. Rightfully, I've boosted his ego quite a bit. He says the face that runs the place, but I think I'm gonna flip a bill for him to fly out of Tennessee, come up here, and we drive up to see you guys. And I think that would be one good day. Have some interviews and stuff like that. I would love to do that, and I probably will be contacting you real soon for that.
That'd be a
Oh
good
my
birthday
gosh,
present for
yes.
Beaver. He's been talking to you with the codes and stuff. It's a shame he couldn't be here tonight so you could talk to him as well. But hello Beaver. I'm sure he's watching the stream.
Yep. Hi,
Shout out to Beaver. No, for sure. And you guys are very involved with the competitive gaming. So if you ever come out soon, I think this is the perfect timing because the engineers and the design team want to get as many feedback from the competitive side as possible. And you guys, as well as the WCL guys, are perfectly qualified to give us your honest feedback. And if there are things that you need, this is certainly the time to ask for those things.
That would be amazing. That way, we try to express the community's voice as much, and try different formats in the comp world, or let's try this different map, or hey, can we do something different can we just go out of the box? And we're always like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever, we can't please everybody, but we try to make it at least understanding, and so everybody will enjoy the show, and also coming in here. I mean, and it's big shout out to all the players and all the viewers. They're the guys that literally spend hours and hours on the game, grinding their preemie tanks for millions upon millions of silver to come play in the training room and not make a dime, not just to come in and have fun and have that competitive spirit.
And for the bragging rights, those don't hurt anybody either. But I've always said what we do, we try to be, for the community, by the community, right? Like all of us that put the show on were from different parts of it. None of us knew each other before we started doing this. And we came together from different clans and whatnot to put the show on. And then, what the community asks is what we do. Whatever they want to see or play, we'll put on. Whatever maps they want to do. And then, Hells likes to mix in his own thing, like we've been doing the Ravage Capital. As soon as that came out, at least once a night it gets played because Hells really took a liking to it, started pushing it. And now a lot of teams are asking to play it because they, enjoy it or saw it. And people get to watch their favorite teams play. Teams get fans, helps them with whatever, recruiting even. It's really an all-around great time.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how much time we did. They didn't tell me how long that we have with you.
Then abuse it. I mean, if they didn't give you a deadline, we're like, oh, it's mine now.
Well, I'm one of those gracious guys that goes, if you want to stick around and keep talking with us, it's amazing. As we speak, 36 Panzer and UGCC is putting on one heck of a show. That 1390 almost clinching it. That was.
I almost had to say something.
Yeah, we were right in the middle of that. So big shout out to all these guys that are playing right now from 36 Panzer and UGCC. You guys are the best, and you guys get to play and listen to RaiBot pretty much at the same time. I mean, other than the 5-minute delay. So, I mean, you can't have. It almost makes me speechless, and that's rare.
No, you know what? Again, apologies. I should have joined to these streams because I think they're fun. But yeah, lately I've been running like a chicken with its head cut off. The whole Let's Battle Tour, Ohio travel, and then not even 24 hours, 12 hours later, come back to Chicago and then fly straight to Germany, and then a whole week there doing interviews, and then come back, and then, oh no, the player gathering, it's in 2 weeks, so make sure you organize all of that. So, yeah, I noticed that I was a bit MIA in the forums, but I've been trying to answer questions on Twitch, and not only Twitch and Twitter, as well as Reddit. I know a few players were kind of upset that no one was showing on Reddit, but, we're working on that. I'm trying to be on all channels as much as I can, but definitely I want to join you guys once in a while just to answer a few questions, and if not, keep you company.
You know, yeah, sometime we'll get you in here to watch the games with us as well. They're always exciting. That's half the fun. But I noticed lately also, more wargaming people have been showing up in Discord rooms, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, it's always a good sign.
Yeah, for a lot of the competitive community, a lot of it's on Discord. Like all the stuff we do for setting up is on Discord. A lot of the teams we communicate is also there. And the forums are great to reach a large number. Obviously, the forums are huge. And there's a lot of those people that don't use Discord. But a lot of the bigger and more, potentially serious competitive teams use Discord. So it's good to see wargaming people in those Discords. It's, reassuring. They're out there answering questions and doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, for sure. I know Hector. Maybe I'm outing him. Maybe he doesn't want to know his name. It's Tank Zero. I think that was. Yeah. He's the one that pretty much pinpointed me to you guys. He's like, hey, this Discord chat. They have tournaments and all. I want to add you there. So he was the one that pretty much told me that there were channels and chats going on. So when I came in, I realized that there was a lot, not only just you guys, but other players who were asking questions and this and that, especially in the World Tanks console channel. So now I'm thankful that I'm here. So there's another outlet of information that I can, extract from and bring back to the development team.
Good. I'm sure the players appreciate it. Just having a,
even
just a way.
I mean, especially like some of the new people and the younger, they get into this Discord channel and they're like, whoa. They see all these, different people and they start getting immersed in, with win 8s and all this other stuff. And, it's always one of those things. Well, is the boss in here? Is wargaming in here? And then, you look on the side and there it is. I think it gives them a little reassurance going, yes, this is real. This is tangent. This is not no fake, just message room. I think, I talk about the working class guy, the guys that, we want to introduce them into the comp world. They know how to tank. They know how to angle. They know, how to lead a target, yada, yada. But because you always want to expand. You want to bring in, that's why I like this tournament. This very weekend, the New Blood tournament is just for new guys, having all the new guys come in and more blood into the comp community. So that means more people playing on, the game overall. So, and you guys have been doing so great in these last 3 months of just new stuff for them to see, new stuff to do. And you guys have just revitalized the entire game. And I want to say thank you. All of Wednesday Night Fight thanks you.
Oh, no, we appreciate that. Thank you. Seriously, thank you guys, because you're the community that's supporting us, really. This community and the game would not really happen if it weren't for not all the players who support us, whether they spend gold or not. That's one of the things that players were asking me, like, well, if they don't spend any money, what are they doing? They're also populating our servers. So, it's a big thank you for players who choose to support us monetarily and players who choose to just play the game and still support us in that way. We really could not be doing this. And we all in Chicago, all the devs and, developers in Baltimore, we seriously have the dream job. It's nothing but a pleasure. And yes, there are challenges and, we don't speak of the devil, the fatherland up, but, we've had our hiccups here and there. But certainly, we want to keep doing this for a while, for sure.
Awesome.
Well, with the people spending gold or not, like my thing has always been, I have played, this is probably the game I've played most out of any game ever. And I've played this game more than a lot of games that I've spent, $60 on to buy them new. So I've got no problem, buying Prem time and buying premium tanks and stuff, because the amount of time and enjoyment I've gotten out of this game has been way more than I've gotten out of a lot of games that I've paid full price for.
Yeah, and everybody knows I'm not shy to say how much I've spent. I know I'm in that group of you just don't count no more after the first 1,000 flies by. So you realize
I might be in that group too.
You know, it's one of those. Once you realize, yeah, this is going to be the only game I play for the rest of my life because now I've sunk in. And like I said, after the first 1,000, you just don't count no more. It's just like, yeah, there we go. Like
at that point, you're just like, I'm just not even gonna look. I'm not gonna do this.
But you know, and that's the passion that we love, meeting all these people that, you know, and they're dedicated to this game. Look at all, we have all these guys come out, and I'm going to leave this game nameless because it's not, you know, it just hit the market, and we got people wanting to do comps. You know, I've seen a lot of these guys on my friend list. They've been playing that other game that just launched, and then they shut it off just because they want to come out on Wednesday night fights and have fun with the community and enjoy, you know, the show that we can put on for them. So
that's why I think competitive is so important, because I play a lot of pubs with people and friends and stuff, but when I play competitive, you know, you're together with 7 other people you enjoy playing with, or 6 other people rather you enjoy playing with. It gives you a reason to practice, to get together, and it really just keeps you engaged. And that's been the most fun with doing this and playing competitive. I think it's such an important aspect of the game, and that's why it's so nice to see Wargaming finally like, yes, this is going to be the focus for now. This is what we were trying to do. And I'm sure people appreciate it immensely.
Thank you. No, again, we're going to continue to do this for a while. Until there are no more tanks, but that's never going to happen. There will always be more tanks.
Now, okay, I guess I did one more, you know, kind of interview question more. Everybody's so stuck on the Swedes. My biggest thing is, I want to know, is there ever a chance for the German heavy buff? Like the mouse, because of its really soft turret cheeks and E5 ripping right through it at any range.
She already answered all the balance question. You're getting a little redundant. She said,
oh, yes.
Any balance changes will be later this fall.
Later this fall. Okay. Well,
yes.
You know, I'm just getting...
And that comes with the feedback that we received. Actually, Max Chaos was the one who gathered all the buff requests to the ticket of evaluation of the game. So everything that the community has requested for a while now, it's attached to that, and the revisions will be considered.
See, that's awesome. I'm just trying to answer. A lot of the viewers are PMing me questions to ask, and I got to get a few of them out there. So the Sweden one and that, there you go, guys. You got your answer.
People have had a hard time grasping that. It seems like when they see PC get a tank or a buff or something,
they
just immediately expect that it fits perfectly into Xbox. Yeah. They don't realize how different the two games really are. Like, I mean, they're worldly different as far as like the meta and everything goes. So they can't, if they just cookie cuttered all the PC buffs, if it worked on PC, it might be detrimental here, or a detrimental one on PC could work here, but there's no way of knowing. So you can't just expect like the mouse buff to be out 2 weeks later on Xbox.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
No, I completely agree with that, but you know, it's kind of like it's a yes and no, because when players see something happening on PC, I'm like, when is it coming in console? And then I say, we are not PC. Console is its own game. But then I am here saying, when PC does something that works, we kind of want to do it. So it is kind of like an oxymoron in some degree in certain aspects of the game development itself. But again, we are two different titles, but we are on the same company, and that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be working standalone or, you know, on our own. We definitely collaborate and work with each other, not only to improve the game for the community, but to, you know, kind of see what works and what doesn't, and, you know, just take it from there.
Buff the 50B. I gotta try when I can.
So out to D2AC Magic, that cat, your cat's getting some mad loves there, RaiBot. So everybody's loving the kitties.
They're in good hands.
I'm surprised my cat's not in here screaming in my ear.
I think everyone knows, but I have two three-legged cats, and the one of their brother and sister, and I don't think I've heard my little girl, my tabby, meow after 3 years that I've had her, because she was very shy, and it's a rescue cat, so now she won't shut up. She really won't shut up. And it's like, okay, those 3 years that you did not meow for me, I guess now you're compensating for all the times.
I'm making up for it.
Yeah,
Well,
she told me.
I have one cat and one dog, and my cat was similar. It just kind of showed up, and it was a stray cat, so I couldn't turn it away. And so
Mine was.
Yeah, right. I couldn't do anything. She never really meowed until I got a dog, and then once I got my dog, she became a lot more vocal. It was just one day she was like, "Okay, it's gonna happen now."
She's right here. I'm giving her pets because she thinks I'm going to give her salmon, but she's mistaken. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your love is all she's gonna get.
And be grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, right. I took you in. Aren't I owed something? I rescued you.
Oh, well.
2 3-legged cats, though. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, they're really cute. I had another one. She was a calico who sadly passed like 3 years ago. And when they would run around, it's funny because my three-legged cats were faster than she was, and she was a 4-legged cat. So I'm like, wow, these cats are supernatural. They have powers or something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start taking off.
Well, thank you.
I also need to feed the furry ones up here.
Well, I want to say on my part that thank you so very much. I know Beaver's probably sitting at work with a huge smile. His gratification of bringing RaiBot to WNF, to the community, and to all the guys. I know he has a huge smile on his face right now. So, thank you from me personally. Thank you for coming out and talking to us. Go ahead, Anarchy.
Yeah, no, really, thank you as much as I can for coming and commentating for a bit. And if you ever want to do it again, let us know. We'd be glad to have you. And hopefully, if you decide to do it next time, we can make sure Mr. Beaver himself is here to meet you. I'm sure he would appreciate it.
Oh my God, for sure. Now you guys got me addicted to this, so I'm going to be leeching on every Wednesday, I guess.
We also have shows on Monday and Friday, if that makes it better for you. Same time. 3 shows a week, 8 to 10. Sometimes 7 to 10, depending on.
Awesome. Thank you so very much for having me, guys. And again, if you want to find me, send me a message in the forums or Twitter or Reddit or Discord or Facebook.
Or smoke signals.
Or smoke signals. And we also have the weekly assault at wargaming.net. So even email, you can reach me. So I am reachable. You can just ping me, send me. Oh, and also Twitch. Message me on Twitch. Whatever I can do for you guys, please let me know. The development studio is here for you guys, and anything we can do, we'll do it.
Awesome, and we'll see you here soon. We'll have a Wednesday night fight retreat, and we'll go paint the town red up in Chicago, and come see you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good evening.
You too, ma'am. Alrighty, guys, there we go. RaiBot herself coming.
I might have to play for TNG when it comes. Just a heads up.
No problem.
Aww.
I know, cry every time.
So yeah, guys, definitely hit her up. 2 thumbs up, or as Anarchy would say out of his famous 10 out of 10 would approve. That was amazing. Actually, having her come in. She's been helping us since the beginning, the conception of Wednesday Night Fights, and helping us, in the originally giving out little MVP codes, and now able to get what we have and building up to give out the MVP codes again. I'm like starstruck, I think I behaved myself. I think I was a good guy.
No, you were perfect. Some of your questions were really thought-provoking. I appreciated them. I thought they were good.
Well,
Wait,
thank
we were
you.
supposed to be good guys?
Right.
Oh, okay. No. You guys don't have to be nice or good.
Okay.
I have
You're
that.
under no contractual obligations to be good.
Yeah, no. In your guys' actual contract, you guys actually get paid to be a male appendage. So, I have to be the nice one, which I love to do because I am a nice guy. But look at these two teams. These have been close between 36 Panzer and UGC. You know, honestly, why does they run 36 Panzer? 90% of their team's 12 Panzer.
Man, they just haven't made the switch yet. Maybe it's a first and second team. I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
Apologies for not having amazing commentary on the actual matches, but you know, when you have RaiBot here, it's hard to talk about the games because you know we get to ask questions that we don't always get to. So the games have been extremely exciting to watch. We just haven't been commentating on the games themselves as well as perhaps we should have been. But you know, RaiBot's a rare occurrence, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dexter even got a few words in there, which is weird. It was frightening.
Yeah, that was
talked.
awesome.
That caught me out of left field. Beaver said he's going to watch the show on his break.
Well, I'm trying to take care of Discord stuff.
I saw that, yeah. And maybe even Hells is making an appearance at the WarGaming Chicago offices at some point. That would be something.
Yep.
Oh, it's coming
Somebody
right.
will have to videotape that one.
Oh, it's going to be streamed live.
That's pretty cool. They offer tours of the office. You go, you get some stuff. You get to ask questions with the devs. They said now's the good time. They're doing competitive stuff. Hells, they want your input. You can't miss out.
Well, I'll tell you what, Anarchy, I'm going to get you a plane ticket. Get Beav a ticket, and we'll live stream short burps. We'll have live shows during the day while we drive up there. I mean, Dex, I don't know how many.
You have to make sure you blur out Anarchy's face.
True.
Yeah,
He's such a mystery man.
Me and Nerva just as soon drive out there. Me and Nerva are relatively close to each other.
Yeah, I mean, we can meet up somewhere as long as it's now not the rougher end of Chicago. No offense to any of our Chicago guys, but I've been there, done that, and that was a scary. All right, so here we go. 12 Pans are holding on by dear life. They need to win this match. No more draws. You get that one draw, and then you continue on. So they need to win this one,
and the next one to do the tiebreaker.
Yep, they need. They're playing catch up, and then yet again, guys, Beeb set up a blockbuster night, and this is just the beginning. Everything hasn't even went completely on. I mean, Anarchy, do you want to go down the scheduling for this evening? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, right after this, as soon as this is over, Nightmare versus TNG2. I mean, it's going to be a great match. And then the streak's on the line. On Your 6 versus NFTG, which that has the potential to be game of the night.
Yes. Much agreed. And you know, it's going to be pulling my heartstrings because everybody could see. And
oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, I'm a huge supporter of On Your 6. You know, I love those guys. They have nothing but utmost
but
love.
Then we also have to support NFTG.
Well, Hells has to. We don't have to. Hells has to. I do not have to.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, being NFTG, I got to root for my boys. You know, I got to cheer. So I might go into a split personality mode. Kind of like, you know.
Let's just mute Hells and me and Anarchy can talk about that one.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm on Your 6 all the way.
Let me have my 7 moment. Let me have
No,
my
you don't
7
even-
moment.
You don't even get to talk while they play.
Yeah, because we just know you're going to be back and forth. Like, oh, I like that push, but I also don't like that push because it hurts my team.
Such a smart move. Such a smart move. Such a dumb
Why
move
did
on
they
the
have
other
to
side.
do it?
Why'd you
You
go that
ruined
way?
You ruined it.
All right, so here we go. UGCC not messing around. Get those E50s up there by the cap. Donk needs to be careful here, so he might get spotted going to the rocks. Let's see if he does. You see TK there getting spot up from the light tank, hanging out over in the G6 area. All right, so Donk did his job, lights up and shows where the pair E50s is.
And then he shoots, then he gets spotted.
Oh, why'd you shoot? That gets rid of all your camos, but at least he has the rock to hide behind. And that T-71 is kind of small. Epic Hunter's about ready to have a really bad day. And he even dirts the shot. So, I mean, he just
a bad day made worse.
Yeah. So, but yet again, it's kind of crazy. The light tank, uncontested, is going to have complete open shots towards the center if anybody does push. So, and
once he realizes that they're not sending anybody out there, I wouldn't hate seeing him go over to where their cap would be on standard and start putting in flanking shots on those guys trying to brawl just to harass them.
Yeah, get over, dug in at G2, hide in the bushes, the buildings, use the surroundings. So right now, UGCC ahead, just because of hit points. Track shot into TK. I don't know if he wanted to use his repair kit right then and there, but Killatrilla trying to get an edge. We're going to check on the light tank over here. Donk's still alive and still spotted. Oh, Pink Toaster getting right into the mix. So right now it's all UGCC, just slowly bleeding out. Oh, Pink Toaster gets it again. Marine JB, who got a astounding 3,400 2 games ago.
I wish that 1390 thing happened when we were doing this, because that was super exciting. But unfortunately, we were entrenched in a conversation that was extremely interesting in its own right. But Tom hitting on that 1390, he almost had, he hit 2 really nice snapshots, and that could have been a 1v3 clutch against heavy tanks.
Yeah,
that would have been something. But still, I like seeing that guy make him work for it,
Yes.
Don't give up the easy win no matter how bad things are, because I guarantee you made the other team sweat the fact that they could have lost that.
C-Rex pushed to getting punished on that.
E50 flanks coming. Cav and ACG, if they're not going to know that's coming, they're going to hop over, start putting in those E50 flank shots. That's going to sting a bit. UGCC might be able to close this out right here if this flank goes well. That might be enough to kind of crush them.
All right, not a good trade. 2 for 1 over there for 36 Panzer. Now the push is on. They know the overmatch. Marine is out of the fight. Way back, way back. So
he honestly would have been better served on that big raised bit, because then he wouldn't have had that big rock wall in front of all of his shots.
Yeah. Donk coming in.
Regardless, he's out of the fight. But
Donk getting tracked. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's not going to run.
Yep, that's... All right, so Marine...
Oh, Shaq, it's up to you.
Yeah, the Marine went out on his own. You can only go out on your own for a short... You need to be together.
Yeah, especially when they got mobility with those E50s.
Yes.
If they had wanted to, he would have been just an easy snack for them when they flanked, but they were more focused on his other guys.
All right, there it is. UGCC taking it.
All right, let TNG and N know the room is open.
And while we do that, I'm just going to take a short break. Get everything set back up.
Should I just put TNG Anarchy?
Yeah. Okay. I just told Tanker the room's open, so they'll be in here.
Okay. I just have to finish kicking some people.
All right, guys, just go grab something to eat, grab something to drink. Go use the restroom. Just have a good time, but be right back here while we're waiting on switching sides. Switching sides, you can tell I'm out of it. getting the teams in here, TNG and Nightmare. These guys are relatively quick on doing this.
I don't know. I can barely keep up with them jumping in.
God dang.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
They were waiting. That was funny. You could tell they were just sitting in the team training waiting for that to open up. They had their fingers on the button. That's what I like to see.
It nearly crashed my Xbox. They jumped in too quick.
I'm getting TNG's map pick as we speak.
What?
I'm getting TNG's map pick as we speak.
Okay. Just remember, everyone, it's encounter unless told otherwise.
They're going to want standard.
They are?
Yes.
Just whenever the people just say a certain map, I'm defaulting to encounter. Saying that over the stream so everyone knows it's on recorded information here.
Yes, now it has been said on stream. It is forever the law.
I am putting my foot down.
Okay. TNG wants mines standard.
Okay. I just have to say this. I really can't wait for those Swiss tanks.
Oh my god, I know. I definitely look forward to playing them. Which ones do you want more? Are you going to go for the heavies or the TDs?
Honestly, I want to go to the Tier 8 TD for one reason.
301 standard pen or whatever it is?
No. It's not for any stats in the game, or, well, kind of one stat. One novelty in the game, because of that hydraulic suspension.
Yeah.
I am literally going to play music and rock the tank back and forth as I'm driving down a road. So if you guys see me doing that, please do not shoot me.
Yeah, he's just having a fun time. Honestly, like, I know you, Dexter, have an absolute ton of free XP saved up waiting for it. What I would do is free XP to the Tier 8 Tank Destroyer and the Tier 8 Heavy, because the Tier 8 Heavy gets, an auto-loader, good turret, and it's a pretty easy grind from there, and then the Tier 8 Tank Destroyer is, the first one, I think, with the pneumatic suspension. It is also get a really good gun, so that's what I would do. Grind to both those Tier 8s, or free XP to both those Tier 8s, and then grind it from there.
I know.
Dexter's got his finger waiting. That. He's got on the button. Unless when they come out, you'd have to take a look, because maybe like one of the lower tier tanks is actually worth playing. Like how the on the check line, how the Tier 6 is worth playing. It's a pretty good little tank.
That Swiss tank destroyer with no armor but has a big ass gun, nearly one shots every Tier 6.
Oh, really?
If I remember right. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I need to relook about that information again.
I know one of the lower tier medium tanks gets like 12 degrees of gun depression or something ridiculous. So, I mean, regardless of how bad the tank is, I can make a tank work with that much gun depression. But yeah, I don't really want the TDs, not a huge TD player. I wouldn't be opposed to trying one or two of them, just, because it's a pretty novel thing with the pneumatic suspension. But those heavies really pump me up.
Have you played the E25?
No, I don't have one.
Anarchy?
Should I?
You could.
I might actually do that.
In a sense, you can think of it as a low tier Swedish tank destroyer with a decent
Right, yeah.
pen, rate of fire, nothing huge alpha. It's just if you can keep that gun singing, it's going to pull high numbers.
Well, that's the real difference between well, like the E25, that's actually a good analysis. The only thing that's better with the Swedes is you lose your camo net and binos if you're running them when you turn, if you're in the siege mode. And then the biggest problem with the E25 is its low pen. Those Swedish TDs have absolutely ridiculously high pen, like some of the highest standard pens in the game. The Tier 8 Premium, if I remember correctly, has like 300 and something standard pen, and it shoots APCR standard as well, because why not? So
yeah, but it doesn't get that as good of sloped armor. You know, where the 122s will only 122s will go through.
Right, because
I believe it's like 120s will bounce, but not 122s.
Yeah, the Tier 10, if I remember correctly, the Tier 9 has 40 millimeters of frontal armor, which means 120s will bounce, but 122s can overmatch. The Tier 10 has 50, which means...
Only where those track sections on the front are.
Yeah, I was saying, like, if they hit that, you have to have a huge gun to overmatch, and then also if you try to shoot... Like, if you've got, heat loaded for a mouse or something, and you go to shoot it at that, you're never going to pen, because it's got that big shield on the front, just waiting to catch, a hash round or a heat round and ruin somebody's day. I guarantee you're going to see that a lot. Like an E5 has heat loaded for an E100 or something, sees one of those and snaps a shot, and it's never going to do anything.
Yeah.
All right, guys. How y'all doing, Anarchy?
Oh, we're just, talking about tanks. Yeah, as soon as Nightmare picks its other tanks, back to the other guys, and let's go. Yeah.
Anarchy. Interesting fact. Do you know the Strixvon 103?
Is that the Tier 8 Prem or the regular
Tier 10?
Oh, that, yeah, my apologies. What?
That one? It was literally designed to have that cage, but throughout all the phase of testing that, they did not put the cage on. They actually had rubber plugs in those holes.
Oh, that's funny.
So
I think everybody's ready, Dexter.
No one knew.
Those two Nightmare bays.
All right, so...
Oh, don't start, do not start. The Nightmare guy just said don't start yet. Sorry.
Oh.
So don't start the game yet.
I want to say great job out there to the UGCC group, taking on 36 Panzer. Those are good set of guys. UGCC has their eyes on the prize, which is Gold Division. It looks like they are trying their damnedest to get into that division, and they're doing it very, very well. So GG's UGCC. Anarchy, you roll down TNG.
Yeah. TNG, 2E4s?
Well, it's not a tournament or anything. I thought the rules were just kind of whatever you wanted them to be. Because there's no tournament going on or anything. We don't really impose rules on teams.
That does need to be asked, though. Because typically it's only when we run the 768, it's only one type of... He can run an E3, but you can't have a pair of E4s.
Interesting. I don't really care either way. I didn't know. I was under the impression because we weren't doing a tournament, it didn't matter about tank restrictions. God dang it, words are hard. But I don't really care. I didn't realize I didn't even have my controller.
There we go. Good catch there, Happy Gilmore. Good catch.
No, it was the end guy. The end guy told.
Oh, yep. No, Ops K19. Good eye. We love. We have the rules implemented, and if we don't catch it, it's hard to do. So
it makes me look bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're not doing your job, and you're doing your job. Thank you. All right. So Anarchy, you want to roll down the TNG side, and Happy, if you want to roll down Nightmare.
All right. Well, they're bringing a 5355, as TNG does, an E4, bad AP, and a triplet of bat chats, and then whatever Booze picks.
Over on Nightmare here, we have a RU-251, pair of Object 140s, pair of TVP, 5051s, an E5, and an AMX 50B.
And so here's the deal, guys. With the rankings, which will be released shortly after the end of the tournament, I figured they're already out this far. Might as well include the tournament also, because the participants do get of the teams that are ranked get a bonus in their points for the round. So, but now if TNG wins, they don't really get a bonus. They do just get their 0.5. So, but now if Nightmare, takes the win, they get of course the 0.5, but then they get the huge bonuses for defeating a gold division. And then if they lose, they don't really get they get the loss penalty, but it is up to what type of bonuses they do get, because it's they get a bonus for losing to a to a gold division team. It'd be just as fair.
Just for coming out and playing.
So Nightmare, nice shuffle.
Oh, Zero Din immediately taking a shot, ammo racked him. He's already down a kit.
Oh,
they got up on the hill, but he paid for it by the D4. Thank God there wasn't two of them, right?
Yes, yes, most definitely. But yet again, Dirt Rider taking a huge hit there. Artie, that is within Artie reach.
Well, TNG's doing a pretty meta thing. The 3 bat chats is kind of surprising when you're bringing Artie, because normally you'd expect a more heavy lineup. But they're pretty much going to use the bat chats as blockers, so you can't make a run for the Artie, and then they're just going to keep the Artie's gun in the game and dropping shots, and eventually it's going to take enough hit points off where it's very hard to lose. So Nightmare needs to recognize that and find where TNG is weak, which is below the hill, and hopefully push into that and clean them all out.
Yes.
Before, because everybody knows the longer the artillery fire is, the worse.
They did an amazing transition from top of the hill.
Oh, the E4 getting Dirt Rider again.
That was
the E100.
Yeah, that was E100 and one of the baddies. Yeah.
And then Bacon's going to shoot the other TVP right here at Imagine when he reloads, potentially. Oh, Cheese is taking double taps from the bats, and another one from the bat. That hurt. That stung a bit. He got a clip into the E100, but paid for it. Pants is in a decent spot. Nobody can really counter him, and he's got shots on Booze, or Rage, whatever you want to call him. And he's just peppering them.
Yeah.
But Rage pretty much is the only person that can do anything about that. Nobody else has shots. He's also getting shot in the back of the head now.
Putting shots in the back end of Rage.
Oh, the RU falling off onto the E100. But I wonder if he realizes that everybody has crossed on him.
Op's going to be busy now with the bat chats.
Oh, man. The RU just got a smack.
All right. But here comes the bat chats at TNG.
Oh, yeah, they're both loaded, or at least it looks like they are. They're going to take out.
Yeah, they're going to kill at least 4 tanks here. Well, what's left, I guess now. 3 tanks.
And then Stone is just about reloaded in the bad AP. He could probably solo Pants if he gets around him, because he's got a clip. Oh, he sets Pants on fire. There's the 140, man. That thing is made of paper mache with its modules holding it together. Every time you get shot, something breaks.
Jesus taking on a pair of Bat Chats. Did able to get out a couple rounds. Maximo's all that's left. Gonna get completely melted here by all of the Bat Chats. And then the E4 snacks it right at the end.
I don't think he already did very much right there. I'm interested to see. I feel like Nightmare made the smart play. Yeah, only 1,500, only. But Nightmare certainly made the smart play of pushing and not letting that Artie get super involved, because if they sat on the hill, the thing was just going to take a shot every 25 seconds at somebody.
And then Jesus Crust over there, Nightmare's resident superhero.
Open room decks, please.
Taking in high points there for...
I definitely liked that Nightmare push from behind the mountain. That was really good. If, I don't know, maybe Pants got stuck out, or they should have pushed up onto the ramp where Stone was. I'm not sure. But I liked the idea of the push.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea how I could have done it, though, to be honest.
I take it the TOX guy is not.
Oh, Goulius, did you kick him? Because he is a TNG scrub lord, unfortunately.
Kick him?
No.
What?
Goulius?
Yeah, no.
Goulius Boozler? That's the leader of TNG. He just doesn't have the tag at the moment. Him, Parko, and Toxic have that tag at the time for the time being.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that would be a confusing thing.
I had half of my headset on my ears.
Yeah.
So it got very quiet for a second there. I was like, wait, what?
Also out there in Twitch world, I know a lot of you guys were saying my mic was low. Shoot it back. Tell me how it's sounding. I redid some levels, which almost ended up in a huge, giant tragedy of Wednesday night fights.
Oh, man.
I would have just been like, you know what? I'm going to take this expensive piece of junk and throw it right out the window. Scenario if that would have happened. Oh, my God. But
especially because we had, with RaiBot coming on, we had a pretty big night planned, and Hell's almost had to cancel.
Yeah. You know, I always tell people, if stupid stuff like that happens to you, you got to take it on the chin, but have a shot with it.
If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. But Hell's told us an hour before the stream, his audio was his audio wasn't working, and that was after RaiBot had said she was coming on, and I was like, please no, not tonight, Hell's. Get it together.
Yeah.
No more bulldozers, no more excavators, no more telephone poles going down.
Yeah, right? No more house flooding.
You guys think you have bad luck? Yeah.
That construction crew has been purposely trying to shut the stream down, for weeks. Every time you go to stream, they're like, let's just back over this pole.
So, remember me telling you that they knocked out, they ripped down one of the power lines with the dump truck?
Yeah, one of the main junction boxes, right?
Well, yeah. So this time, thank God it was on the... If I was looking at my neighbor, giving him the bird, because, he's not the nicest neighbor. But I was in my air-conditioned house, and he had nothing.
Isn't that funny, though, how, the streets are wired opposite, so, people across the street can have no power, and you're just fine.
Well, yeah, the guy had a dump truck with the bucket straight up, and all of a sudden he's just started driving forward, and you hear a zap and a crash, and you look over, and power lines zapping on top of the dump truck, and you're like,
he's lucky.
Oh my God!
I know, right? and then if it's not I'm sorry.
The only thing I could think of at that time was, oh, I hope this didn't hit my Xbox. So I'm looking at
not that the guy in the dump truck might be hurt.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
At that moment in time, my survival instincts kicked in, and it was save the 70-inch TV, the Xbox, and then come back in for the 2-year-old and the wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say, kids, get out of the way. The Xbox needs my help. Like, you just got hells with it. The Xbox under one arm and the TV out in the other arm, running out of a burning house. And he's like, "Honey, I'll be right back. Hold the kids. I'm coming."
I'll be right back. Me and my gimpy self limping along, hobbling along on my one leg. I gotta save my 70.
Oh man, no! And then like every time you go to stream, if it's not that, you got thunderstorms rolling in that like cut your power out as well.
Yes.
You have had like these last couple of months, the world has been doing everything it can to shut your stream down.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, he went up there. I mean,
he went up there alone. He must not have expected TNG to try to take the hill from the south because it's not always a super common thing.
Well,
and now Nightmare's kind of stuck in a spot. I don't think they know exactly what they want to do, but they got to make a move because they're going to get proxied here at some point.
Yeah, I mean, one of them got lit up. All right, here comes the push.
Oh boy!
Now they they can't stop. They got to push forward.
Oh, they're just getting off the hill. TNG's just saying, "See ya. You can have the hill. We
Pants
don't want
is
it."
all by himself. He's probably screaming in that mic, "Get up here! Get up here! Get up here!"
I am lonely.
Now they're sitting right behind him.
Yep, now they're sitting right behind him.
Pants best shield confirmed.
Yola.
Oh, Ains is going down. That TVP taking no prisoners. Man, that was hard to watch. He just got shredded.
Oh, man.
Oh, Goulius and Stone have the flank. Goulius putting the clip in. Stone putting shots into the Chieftain. Chieftain, he's going to survive. I would have been interested to hear the comms right there when Pants looks around and there's nobody up there with him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was rather surprised.
Oh, yeah. I bet you there was an F-bomb somewhere waiting to happen.
And Pants is a very nice guy. If you've never talked to him, can't say enough nice things about him. But right there, I think anybody would have been like, "What is going on?" He pushes and he just looks around and there's nobody with him.
Yeah, love Pants. Oh, I am good to announce this. Fans of fantasy football, and right there we go. And somebody's Pat's getting crushed. But if you're a fan of fantasy football, well, guess what? WNF and Pants on the Ground are coming to you October 4th, the first ever fantasy tank draft. We're going to have teams that will be lined up. They will be getting points just like on fantasy football, you get for so many yards, so this is per every 100 damage. It's amazing. All of it will be out in the open, so you'll be easily able to set your team of these selected teams. Anarchy, do we have that listing close?
I don't have it. It was something to do with, like, you can pick, it's like one super uni, 2 regular unis, and then we changed it, or he changed it at some point, but it's basically you get to pick a certain amount of players dependent on their stats. I think you get to pick 14 or 15, and then they're scored throughout the night, and then the highest 7 are all added up, and then whoever has... Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's just a really good brief synopsis.
I didn't want to take your thunder.
I know teams are there to change, but here we go. Immortals have signed up for this on your 6. TNG... UGCC, 36 Pans, KMD, I can't say that one.
UMFF5.
New Beginnings, Eye for an Eye, all coming to you. They're going to be fighting. They're going to have their, starting October 4th, they'll be live on Wednesday Night Fights. The scoreboards will go up. Pants. And I will have everything rolling. A new room will be created tonight for it. You got people on Nightmare that are still spectated. They're probably waiting.
Yeah.
But Fantasy, World of Tank, Fantasy. We haven't decided the name yet. We'll figure out something cool. But Fantasy Draft is coming to World of Tanks. Thanks to Pants. This guy is a genius. So his inception, he came to us asking for us to open this up to the tanking community and see if you're down with having some fun. That's pretty much what it is. Fun. Anarchy, what do you think?
Yeah, and then did you say what the whoever like you pick your 7 highest are scored, and then the winner of that night there is a prize involved. I'll let Hells drop that one on you.
Yeah, that one, the prize will get confirmed. We have to talk it over, and the pricing will come very soon. It's very nice. Do you think we should say it?
Hey man, it's your show.
But no, did we get it cleared?
I'm not sure. I don't want to say something you got to take back, I guess.
Yeah,
but there's a prize. Be aware, it's worth doing. You know, it'll be fun. You guys will like it. And even if there wasn't a prize, it's just going to be kind of cool anyway. If you like playing fantasy football or anything. So
I can release this. The pricing is $50 or more.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's fair.
That could be fair to say. The prize will be that, and I think we call it good there. We haven't done it yet. Acorn Esports, get your nuts on. Go check them out. The tournament coming this weekend. I know WCL2 or 3, sorry, or the special event for what? Yes. Any which way, they're going to be having it later that evening at 5. So
you can do both.
You could do both. You can watch.
We will be done before 5 o'clock, assured.
Yes. We might have to stretch a little to even get to 5, if everything runs nice and smooth. But so, New Blood Tournament takes off 1 p.m. Eastern Saturday. This is a 2-day event, and I will say 2-day event. 1 to 5 is what we have, but. And then on Sunday, same time, 1 p.m., and then we're going to have a pregame show. We're going to have some of the team captains and some special commentators come in and do a decent show there for pregame. During the game, of course, we're going to have everything live. We're also going to have we're going to have multiple 2 streams, possibly even 3 streams, if you take the hint from earliest text that I sent in chat on Twitch. So 3 different streamers, all under under the Wednesday Night Fights Productions umbrella. Great streamers, you guys know them. It's cool. So let's go ahead and go down these really fast. Anarchy, you want to go down Nightmare, and I will go down TNG.
Waiting on one more TNG guy.
We can wait while
I miscounted.
We can go down at Nightmare.
Am I supposed to do that? You're cut out when you said who do you want me to go down?
Nightmare.
Okay. They are bringing an RU-251, triplet of 140s, the STB-1, and a pair of E5s.
All right, mobility on that end. TNG side, of course, down 1 guy. There we go. Getting in that E100, 1 E5, 1 TVP Skoda, pair of Bat Chats, a Bat Chat AP, and then Boozer coming in with that nasty 53-55.
Well, as his clan tag says, he is a toxic player, so be aware. That's why he runs the arty.
And I know here we try to not be toxic. Yet again, I guess big shout-outs to Lonky. Something big happened. I don't know. She did something. I saw a splash or something. She did something. I don't know. So congratulations to Lonky for whatever you did. I don't remember. So, whoops.
My shout-out goes to Beaver. Big shout-out to Beaver for hooking us up tonight, getting RaiBot on the show. Appreciate it. Only wish he could have been here, but yeah, I'm sure he'll get a kick out of going back and watching the stream.
Oh yeah,
because it was a good time.
And I'm gonna make Beaver have Anarchy give him Oreos and a glass of milk and a French maid outfit for this one. So.
Oh yeah. And we're all gonna jostle him that we got to, we got to have her on stream. He wasn't here. We got to give him a hard time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm glad I didn't go too much farther in. I mean, I was stretching it that he is a huge fan. Do what?
Oh, why did Dex put it on encounter? Did they want encounter?
I said if they do not specify standard or something, it is going to be encounter. I put my foot down. Everyone knows it now.
Dex worst room mod confirmed. Please send all your hate mail to him for being a bad room mod. He's putting on encounter. People didn't even ask.
Bad room mod to the players. Good room mod to WNF. He gets the gold star of the week secretly.
Not the public gold star.
Nope.
That one goes to Beaver.
Yep, nope, that one goes to Beaver. And then also, so publicly, you do get the sad purple star today. They're happy. So your purple star is on your way to you via snail mail.
Yeah, it's in the mail. It's going to be there for a while. But
now, if Beaver's paycheck shows up with your stuff, I'm gonna have you mail it next time. All right. That thing
I think paycheck, birthday present, Christmas present is everything is going to be in that plane ticket.
How long's the check good?
Do they have expiration dates?
I don't know. I think they do.
What you should do, just to be careful, is cancel the one you sent, send him a new one, just so if he does get it, it's good. That's what I would do. He
can also get it insured.
There we go.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
We have some action finally here. Bacon and Pat there sticking it down. Stone trying to get out of the way. That's a lot of fire. He's doing a real good job of dodging it. Wow, only one shot.
I am really surprised. I don't think they expected to see him there, so nobody was ready to fire, because if they knew he was around,
Zero just
whoa!
blasted.
What, did he get double tapped or did he get RD'd?
I think he got RD'd and E100.
Oh man, that's just... I didn't even look. I just saw all of a sudden he is on 1 hit point.
Yeah, well, I watched the damage roll in, but it was like... It was such big numbers, it's like, whoa!
Yeah, Goulias has 1375 for damage, so I think he got a penetrating shot on the E5 because artillery.
Yeah. Dirt Rider stuck on top of the hill. He can't get out of there. Unable to fix his track. He's gone. All right, here we go.
Stone's coming in. Goals coming in with the bat chats. I think the E5 is probably going to die. E100 is probably dead too. We'll see.
STB1
if they're going to push, they got to commit to it.
Yep. Wholeheartedly. Zero kind of just staying back.
Tanker's coming in with the clip and the TVP. Probably going to punish the 140 with it, I'd imagine. Oh, no, the STB1's staying hull down and keeping Tanker at bay. Keep him honest.
Bacon should... Or, not Bacon. Pants should have stayed hugging that E100.
Oh, my God.
And then the
STB1
STB1
gets hit by Artie. Because why not at that point?
Jesus and Zero trying to get rid of Bacon, which is still alive. Yet again, I mean, the hit OBJ 140 versus an E100 in pubs every day, easy ordeal. But now you add in a 140 versus an E100 in a comp scenario, that took forever. Ram kill there by Tanker. And that's it. I know you play the 140. They're Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
The 140 feels a little more powerful in the pubs, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's in pubs you have actual armor and stuff, and you can be more of a pocket heavy. In competitive, it's just used for the fact that it's got really nice DPM, a good gun, it's fast, and the extra degree of gun depression. But you definitely don't want to get shot at in competitive, because in pubs you might bounce it, because you also have the chance to see tier 9s and 8s, and people aren't always shooting prem. But here, you're going to get penned, and then when you do get penned, like we talked about, the 140 is absolutely made of paper, and every shot that pens will break something.
So and TNG it's usually your taking us out 3-0. Good. Nightmare did do a great job. It was just they got put in the correct scenarios of how to do it. It was just wrong timing, I think. I don't know if you thought that also, Anarchy, or... But all right, here we go. Everybody went silent on me.
No, you've been cutting in and out for me on the Discord. I'm not trying to not answer you.
Oh, really?
And like for some reason, Discord does this. Xbox doesn't. It just goes like starts to get you really quiet, and I can't hear anything. And so if I ever miss a question, it's not because I don't want to talk to you. Probably, it's just that I physically cannot hear it.
That or those I'm also munching on something and I mute myself.
Yeah, and Dexter does a lot of talking as it is.
All right, guys. Go take a break. Go get something to maybe munchy on. Late night show getting ready to come up next. This is going to be great. I swear. The streak is on the line.
Oh man, I'm sweating. I am on your 6 all the way. I want it to be known. I'm rooting for them. You know, NFTG, you guys are great. I appreciate Hell's being there, but on your 6, man. They've got my heart in this one. Just want it to be known.
Yes. On your 6, slowly moving in. So I will be right back. Stay tuned. Happy and Anarchy are still here to keep you entertained. Anarchy, why don't you give a shot at some bad one-liners this time around?
Can you repeat that? Your mic cut out.
Yeah, can you do this time? Could you do some cheesy, bad one-liners? Try them out. Try to give them the most.
Try. Okay, again. Did I miss something? This Discord thing.
The shout-outs for like Acorn Esports and stuff like that. The one-liners.
Yeah. Happy.
Try some out.
Happy. Am I coming straight through on your end?
No.
It happened. It's not with you. It happened with RaiBot as well. Sometimes it's just Discord for some reason on the voice chats. It doesn't, no matter what we're doing, whether we're live comming or just talking. Every now and then, it'll just drop your voice down to nothing, and I can hear absolutely nothing.
Do we want to swap? Take this time and swap over to Xbox?
I mean, we can do that. I'm good with whatever. I don't think I've ever mentioned it before. But yeah, if I ever miss a question, I'm not trying to make anybody mad. Dex, Cliff encounter, please. On your 6.
All right, so I'll be right back, and we'll swap over to the Xbox side. All
right, I'll get a party going. I'll invite you guys.
I already have a room.
Okay, freaking Dexter, the overachiever. Well, it's on private, but yeah. Oh, there's that sweet invite.
All right, just waiting on mine.
Yeah. Don't know what hell. Okay, I'm gonna swap my mic over.
All right.
Testing.
Hello.
Hello.
Good.
Okay, Cliff. I think some people are starting to get the hint that they need to start picking what type of map. What mode?
Yeah. Oof. So Dexter, how's it been?
Let's fill him up quick. Pretty good. Well, I'm gonna mute myself quick. Untie the earbuds I have wrapped around my headset.
So lonely.
So lonely. No, I literally tied my earbuds right to where my mouthpiece of my headset is, not thinking I could just plug my headset into my phone instead.
There we go.
But I'm glad you were able to be here tonight. Best room mod in the business. Glad to have you. Cutter couldn't do it. Obviously he's playing, and I think Kill You was still having power issues, so if you didn't show up, I would have had to do it, and I would have been mad. He was at work.
Just never make me look bad.
Yeah, well. Now that people have understood your doctrine, that if you don't tell him what to do, it's a counter, I think they're going to start getting the memo.
Yes. I mean, it's been like that since the beginning. I just default encounter.
Now you got to start enforcing it.
Well, every once in a while people would say map standard. And I'm like, okay, map standard. Map standard. Then just when they said the map encounter.
On Your 6 always has such a good showing of guys. Like when they play, they come with all of their team. NFTG as well does that. So this is basically just a room mod's worst nightmare. Two teams that like to really fill a lobby.
Yeah, that one night when with NFTG and another team, I can't.
Yeah, you remember that there was one space left
on each side.
Man. Yeah.
So there was 14 people or 28 people in a 30-room lobby.
Yeah, I've told
now
Hells
for me to switch that back and forth.
There we go.
But when me and Hells talked, when there's that problem, like I would kick people and then let them back in so you can swap, or else it would take forever. Yeah. Because there's no way you could swap with only 2 slots open. Like right now you could, it'll just take forever. But if NFTG gets more guys, man, or on your 6
But if you kick everyone so many times, or not, let's not say everyone. If we kick people so many times, that will... Shouldn't it close the lobby down on them so they can't rejoin?
No. People can keep... If you just tell everybody what you're doing in the Discord, and, you know, you only have to do it a couple times, you kick different people, just say, hey, I'm going to kick 3 or 4 people so I can swap teams, join back after. You know, give it 30 seconds, then join back. People understand. They're decent peoples.
Yeah.
And if not, you know, it was Dexter, not us, so he can take the blame. And that's just as well for me.
Blame the quiet person. It always works. He can't defend himself.
Right. Yeah, I like to blame Beeb, especially when he's not here. But tonight's all about, you know, Beaver doing good things, so I can't blame him for anything. Nope. So by proxy, Dex takes all the blame. Beaver was such a good guy tonight that he gets to be avoided.
Hey, but Cutter and Kill You are also not here. Well,
yeah, but Cutter's playing, and Kill You would
here.
be here, but he's having, you know, problems with his power due to the hurricane, so they both get a pass, barely get a pass. But Mr. Dexter, nope, not in this world. I know. Right. Maybe next week. And Hell's Cat almost took the whole brunt of it if he had to cancel with his audio issues. Then, if I would have fallen off the handle.
Yeah. All right, so there's the new rules. No limit mediums, heavy, fog of war.
Please no.
All right. So, I want to put this in perspective. A lot of people are like, it's just 24 games. Everybody bust out their little World of Tanks calculator. Turn off the RNG part. There is a button. It's right underneath RNGesus. Baby Jesus. Just turn that off.
Pretty much just play Russian tanks. It turns it off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Play the KV2 or something.
So let's see here. 4-gate, and this was only on Wednesday nights. This is back when it was just Wednesday nights. So, you can only play 4 games in a month. Now, you do the math. That's 6 months. That's a hefty streak.
Yeah, they very seldom, the whole time they were a clan, they took a break, they were on hiatus, they've recently made their return, but when they were on their streak, they pretty much never missed a Wednesday. They were coming in, once we implemented the 3 days, they were coming in playing a lot of Fridays. They really are just all over the place. DP also has a pretty good streak going.
Yes,
as
DP
well. I mean, it doesn't get as much attention as it deserves, but if On Your 6 ever breaks the streak, or gets their streak broken, then DP gets to come to the foreground as, the longest winning. TNG's got to have a pretty good streak as well. They don't play as often, but I don't think
they're
I've ever
at
seen them
19
lose on
last
the show.
I knew.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them lose on the show. They certainly do not play as much as On Your 6 does, because On Your 6 is here every week, bar none.
Very correct.
And I hope to see them, now that they're coming back, I really want to see them come back, because it was just, really good watching them play.
Yeah, and
it's exciting.
And I'm probably going to get shunned in the NFTG community.
Oh yeah, they already kicked out of the Discord. They told me.
Yeah.
We're distancing ourselves from that guy. He's rooting for On Your 6.
Yeah, so yeah, and I mean, I promoted On Your 6 wasn't. I mean, they had a good name. They were part of Havoc and a whole bunch of little teams that came together and made this monster. We literally promoted the hell out of On Your 6. If anybody remembers Goldberg and that whole scenario, my Goldberg is On Your 6. So this that was awesome, and of course I am a proud member of the NFTG. Great set of guys, love them all. So I'm ripped.
Well, it was the same thing in that last
I feel
match with Nightmare.
the split personality coming on.
Same thing as that last match with Nightmare. I like TNG. I want them to win, but against Nightmare, they've been on such a hot streak, recruiting so many players. I really wanted to see them win because I know how big it would have been for them. But, better luck next week, I suppose. I wanted to see them beat TNG, though, honestly. But here, I'm On Your 6 all the way. Let it be known. And hopefully, when we stream teams and more people get to see them than otherwise would have, you run into them in pubs, but you don't really get a scope for how good the clan is until you see them play competitive. And we've heard from other people, other clans we've talked to, that it helps them with recruiting and stuff. So, I mean, if we can do that, of course, we'd love to. So if you're watching this and you have a team, come out and play. You never know. It might help you pick up a couple extra players.
Yeah.
You get fans, people like watching your team play. They like, oh, wow, those guys play well. And the fact that you're in the Discord, you can actually reach out and talk to any of these people. I mean, you can be a part of any team you see on the stream just by being involved with Wednesday Night Fights. You've got that avenue of contacting them.
Correct. We're just waiting for the word to go. I wanted to say, hey, Tubbins, how you doing? Glad you're watching.
And also, if you're watching, it's September, half off for subs. So it's I think it's like $2.50 for first-time subs or something. So, if you haven't, this is as good a month as any to do it. NFTG is ready, On Your 6 is ready, unspec them, Dex. Ask them before you start if they want regular spectators, once you unspec. I think On Your 6 usually doesn't want spectators, if I remember, but I'm not sure.
Could you type that in as I go through all this stuff quick?
Yes, I may.
Wait, are we doing 10-100?
Yes.
It very well might be.
It is.
Oof.
Okay.
This is going to be quite the match. Especially on a small cliff map.
Yeah, I know. There's so many. Wow, look at NFTG. We're rolling all E5s, boys. That's all we need. Oh man, that's why they asked if there was tank limits. That's why NFTG wanted. He's like, any tank limits beside the 3 TDs because we're running all E5s.
Yes.
You can't fault them, man. When you got that powerful of a tank, if there's no restrictions, why wouldn't you run it?
On your 6, unfortunately, now, this could be the thing. Those guys may not play, or is NFTG going to allow them to pick? So, because any changes right now would be counter-picking, and that would completely ruin the whole thing of the Fog of War.
What's the problem? I think everybody's picked, right?
Oh.
No, I think they're missing 2.
No, they do. No, they have everybody. It's just little trick photography there. Yep, they're all good. Are they good with?
Cutter said yes to specs, that he was okay. Sniff hasn't responded. So
Alrighty, launch it out.
Nah, he said nah.
Yeah.
well, okay.
All right, launch it out.
Respects.
Bam. Bam.
10-100, man. It really, I mean, with like the amount of hit points there are, you really got to work for your.
Yeah, this is where you're
really
gonna get the biggest bang for your buck here.
Yeah, this is. I mean, there's always the potential for in 10-100. There's the potential for huge games out of somebody like 6-7K potentially out of a tank destroyer or something.
Yeah, either
there's so many hit points.
Yeah, I mean, E5 itself is not a snuff in the hit point department. So I mean, just alone on NFTG side, you've got what, at least 10,000 just racked up in E5s.
Yeah, and then like on your 6 has those E100s. I mean, that's 5K basically between two of them.
Yeah,
2 tanks, and they've got 5K hit points. That's pretty significant. On your 6 has the Bat Chats. I would imagine you'll see them try to get on the cliff, but the Bat Chats struggle against E5s. I mean, they can do nothing to them from the front, and even from the side, the E5 will troll you every now and then, because why not?
Yep, here we go. The push from NFTG to own the cove here.
Oh, they're going to climb. On your 6 is going to climb Middle Hill, which is a good idea. It gives you can proxy everybody around it, and it gives you vision over the entire match. If he missed the climb.
All right, so here we go. I see Dead Ants, one of the 3-star majors. Well, not majors, like one of the 3-star.
First thing that happens.
Ooh, sniff.
First thing that happens up top. Nate got hit in his Bat Chat. Immediate fire. First shot that hits him, fire, no extinguisher. He literally got hit once by a Bat Chat and he burns. Holy NFTG E5 push. It's time to run, Bat Chats.
Yeah. Far Dragon, it
I
took
think
too
Dead
long.
Ants and Maidu are out of there. Because Sniff's going to go down with a shot. And then Dead Ants and Maidu are not long for this world with all these tanks pushing them.
HH Crooklyn and Far Dragon's doing their best, trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Scriptix, though, meets him up on top. Oh, and Crooklyn not watching where he's going. But
That
yet
was
again,
kinda cool.
down here on your 6, won the bottom with relatively
NFTG
good.
won the top.
Yeah, with relatively still a good hit point pool. So
The thing with the differences between their winning the top is NFTG won the top, but they didn't win it as handily because the 2 Bat Chats got away. On your 6 won the bottom and swept all the tanks out of there. But those 2 on your 6 Bat Chats getting away could be a detriment as soon as they come around, because now the fighting has flipped, and so these Bat Chats have rear shots as soon as they get back around. They really need to kill
Sniff is
Sniff.
going
I
to
think the
get derped here.
W100s. Yeah, the W1. Okay, yep, there it is. I was surprised he lived that long, to be honest. He could have pretty good damage. Oh, SVT Kill to Live is gonna get double Bat Chatted and E5'd here.
yep, he's all by himself. Who's gonna fall back? Scumbag's trying to get back there, but it might be
making
too.
strides pay for it though. He's gonna die now, but that Bat lost a lot of health. And now Scumbag isn't in it. He's gonna get attacked next.
Now the E100s are coming up the hill.
Yep, they're just getting involved. E100 are just on their way. Very slow, girls, but...
Oh, no.
Oh, Ghost. Goofed a shot. Strude's gone. The tide turning on your 6. Way ahead on the gun and hit points. Oh.
6 has been up on hit points since the push, but NFTG I thought was going to be able to take it back, but well played on your 6. This was 10-100. I haven't watched it in a while. I forgot how hard it is to keep in the action, because right there was 2 huge fights going on.
Yes.
And I know Hell's does his best to keep all the action on camera, but that must have been a lot of flying around for you.
Double tapped by Cutter and then HM coming in. Scriptix, all that's left. GG's first game going out to the champs on your 6. I bet you the on your 6 camp is roaring. All right, let's look
like I said, I hadn't watched 10-100 in a while, but
here we go. Let's look at the damage output. Who's the winner chicken dinner? Django Fett. 4K. There it is out of a Bat Chat. Yeah,
I would not have expected that. I really thought one of the E100s was going to have the damage, because I saw them shooting a lot with their big alpha. I was thinking it was either going to be Cutter or the E100s, but well played.
HM
farming.
HM coming in next with 3K. Great job, especially him. He kind of got out of the fight a couple times and then back into the fight, so very good on that end. Evil Knievel. Over on the NFTG side, not as high as I thought they would be, but the damage is more spread out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more evened out. You don't have 3K here, 1,500 here. It's pretty spread. Great job to NFTG. You guys put your hearts into it. We're going to go around 2.
I really thought Sniff was going to have a huge game because when they pushed, I don't know if somebody was sitting there looking and making sure Sniff stayed honest, but they didn't kill him for a long time. I really expected him to have a lot of damage. I thought he was going to keep plugging shots in. Man, 10-100.
This list, man, is getting long for all the logos happen to have up here. Having everyone on the limb. All right. Welcome, everybody, yet again, Wednesday night, late night. Thank you, everybody, coming out.
I bet I was pretty close.
Well, buddy, you kind of exploded there. Hello?
Yeah, we're
Hello?
here. We got you.
All I heard was Dex screaming in the background. It exploded, and then everything went dark. And I'm like,
It exploded? Wait, what?
What? Hello? Hello? What the hell did Happy do now? Check his butt. Hello? And then I hear a far distant click, click, click. Oh, there you go.
I was just asking how bad does his hands hurt? From getting all the frickin' swapping people over and specking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think on your 6 grew after that game, too.
Yeah, they're really just trying to make your job as difficult as possible. It's kind of fun. I feel bad for you, but not too bad.
I could just kick Anarchy.
Please do. I'm so sick of that guy.
Free up in one spot.
I'm sitting here going, where's Waldo? Where the, can you find the Hellcat in the NFTG scene?
Well,
I nearly did almost unspectate you. Almost.
I know, I was gonna say, when I was looking, I was, because last time he was on the On Your 6 side, I was about to say, there's one guy over there, and I was like, oh, never mind, it's just Hells.
Anarchy, now remember.
And now, if you want to switch me sides, I would have no problems.
Insanity, all my insanity has some saneness to it. So, always trust my insanity.
Okay, as long as I don't get shot, we're good.
NFTG is ready. On Your 6 is, who knows, I'd imagine ready relatively soon.
Yeah.
10-100 though, man, that's a lot of tank picks to call, a lot of guys to make sure they are
yeah.
picked. I've never called the 10-100 match, but I imagine it's kind of stressful.
You have to have 2 callers almost.
Yeah, I can see that being viable.
I mean, 1 caller would be insufficient.
What I would have done, like at On Your 6's position where they had the Bat Chat pack rolling around, somebody who should be calling for that pack, and then Cutter could be calling for the heavies because he was in, the E4 dug in with them. That's what I would have done, is Cutter call the E4s. Cutter's ready. All good, Dex.
Yep.
And then somebody calling for the Bat Chats roaming around, and then if one of them needs help, they yell it out. But yeah, 10 guys to manage. It's not easy.
It doesn't help as we're jumping up and down, up, down. Skip the Hellcat. Skip the Hellcat and Anarchy. Skip the Dexter. Skip the Hellcat Anarchy. Hellcat Anarchy.
You should just unspec decks maybe he wants to play.
Confirmed.
I actually do have a tank selected underneath this.
Do you really?
Hint. No.
I don't believe it.
You know, honestly, I'm half tempted to pick a tank. So.
And you completely messed me up. Oh yeah, we're not going over the tank listing. Too many tanks.
I'll do it. Watch. I got. This is why I can talk so fast sometimes. All right, NFTG side.
That's all the Red Bull.
Yeah, pretty much. Here we go. NFTG side. E4, 140, pair of Bat Chats, pair of T57 heavies, and Quattro. Yes, Quattro of E5s. On your 6, rolling out AMX50B, pair of E100s, 2 E5s, 2 Bat Chats, a 140, an E4, and a Partridge in a Fair Tree with a 183. Thank you. I'm here all week. Nothing? You guys are crickets?
I honestly picked that up right when you started to sing it. I was like, he's doing the Christmas song. Oh, why?
Oh, I was getting ready to
I
say.
was more hung up on the fact that you said a fair tree, not a pear tree. That tripped me up, and after that, I was shook.
Yeah. And a fair tree. Because I don't like pears.
I clicked on the rhythm.
Yeah, they dry your mouth out. I don't trust pears for a second. Not about them, man.
I don't even like the shape. You know, it's like
no. I like the dual 57 heavies with NFTG. I honestly think, man, the 57 heavy is underappreciated. It is my favorite. It's probably either my favorite or my second favorite tier 10. And I will play that thing in comp until I die. It is absolutely brutal. People don't even realize. Dexter, don't even talk to me. Don't even try it.
Yesterday in pubs.
Oh.
Yesterday
I thought
in
you were going to
pubs.
talk about the weekend. I was going to cry.
No. Just yesterday in pubs. We were running and demolishing in our 57s. No,
yeah, me and Dex ran dual
that.
57 heavies. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. We ran them.
Yeah.
One of the games we played like 3 games. One of them we both did 4.5. The next one we both did 5. And then the one after that I did like 7.5 and Dexter did 5. So
I did 3.
They're no joke. Oh, wow, you shouldn't have said anything. I was trying to give you credit. I was probably stealing all the damage.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Interesting spread here. On your 6, pretty much all down low, they went and pushed. Nobody was home. NFTG taking the high side. So on your 6 really needs to recognize this right here. Flippy Huey and start coming up that, oh my God, look at those hits going out.
Man. Well, on your 6, what I think they were doing...
Silly Cap just obliterated.
Yeah, that was nice focus fire. On your 6, it felt like they were looking for the same thing last game because it worked out for them. Oh, Crookland's dead too, he's flanked. It worked for him, that frontal brawl, so they wanted that again, and NFTG was not going to give it to him for obvious reasons. But NFTG is a tough thing. If the E5s sit half back on that ramp, it's impossible to pen that cupola when they lean back, but I think they're all just going to come up on top. Regardless.
Damage being flung out here. Taking you back to the action.
Close. Django's going to reload on the lighthouse and start clipping probably the 57 heavy is the juiciest target.
Yeah, getting rid of those guys.
And that's going to hurt. Oh, yeah, here his shots come in. See him coming in?
Yep, there it is.
Oh, no, he's going to focus the one-shot E5. Good call. Get guns out of the game. Now he's going to shoot the low-health 57 heavy who's clipping to get him out. He's going to finish him. Put his last shell.
Oh, he bounced it right in the tracks.
With his Bat Chat gun. Yep, that's the Bat Chat in a nutshell right there.
Confirmed.
Yep, that's the thing. When the Bat Chat, when you need it to come through, it never does. It lets you down every chance it gets, man. Frustrating tank to play.
All right, so this is, I mean, I love, this is the one of the times I love this tactic of one's on the hill, one's up top. How do you protect yourself, but also want to get damage down range? Looks like NFTG is going to flex and push forward on this side. Nope, here comes a full-on push.
Well, because NFTG had them spread. I think they needed a push because they had on your 6 fighting a 2-front war. they had guys on either side of them.
HM going
so
down.
I definitely think that's the smart call to push in.
Now Django's out in the middle of nowhere. He's clipping out. Sniff. Cutter deeply gets ammo racked. Taken out. Oh boy. Evil. We have lasers going down. Evil Knievel getting clipped by a baddie, but finished off by Ghost. All right, so you got Patanji.
NFTG's all going to sit on cap, I would imagine, to avoid a draw.
Yeah, and sending out the bat chat just to get the spots, but pile on and hold. Both.
I would have loved to have seen. It's no fault of Django, I mean, but if he would have finished that 57 heavy, I wonder if NFTG still would have been as keen on a push being a tank down. I don't know if it would have actually mattered, but I mean, that was just the bat chat in a nutshell. He was putting perfect shots in, had a great angle, great spot, and then the gun was just like, you know what? No. Wide left on the reticle, you're going to hit a track for no damage.
Oh, and there we go. Singled in here on Django Fett. Time only told. He did a good job. Yep.
Tangy might come in and try to get a couple resets, but I don't even know if he has the time. Oh, they were waiting for him.
Nice shot.
They were watching. They were
watching.
Oh,
look at rare bounce off the turret of the bat
people
chat.
don't understand. The bat chat's armor is OP. People don't give it enough credit. You got to be careful. There's a lot of low health on NFTG. Well, okay.
All right, there we go. Second game, NFTG.
You saw when the push happened, the E100, the 57 heavies were obviously firing heat, and they just were pumping his turret full of heat shells, nothing he could do. Look at that. Django Fett, again, the high damage, congratulations. But the 57 heavy, I told you,
4,500.
it. No joke.
Django just
or something
kind of got left alone, and then that smart was push while that bat chat was on reload, push, and then that was a great job. There on
that also
the
I would have been interested to see.
Look at the damage spread also.
Better. Yeah, it was a really great game, but I wonder where Django was. I wonder if he was in a 140 or a TVP because they've got just better reloads. If he would have done more damage.
Correct.
Because you've got such a downtime with the bat chat. But if he was in the 140, he would have had a constant base of fire. I wonder if that would have been enough to change it, or like even the TVP 20-second reload, he could have gotten double the reloads in there. I don't know if that would have been enough to swing it, but could have been something.
Again, I want to say thank you to everybody coming out tonight. This show is, of course, for you. Community-based. You want to see your team up here? Contact us. We'll get you in. It's not very hard. You're a new team. Well, guess what? Tomorrow night is the last night for the Acorn Esports Wednesday Night Fights New Blood Tournament. Great guys over there. Recommend them anytime. So if you're new, this tournament's for you. Registration's coming up fast. We already have a decent lineup. I know there's a fan favorite that is entered, and I'm just not saying this to say it. I mean, they have a huge fan base, and it's crazy to know this one bronze team. I think they're starting to rival some of the gold team, fanboys. So big shout out, Ifer and I. 10 out of 10 says fan favorite. It's crazy. It's just insane.
Well, they've been
unless
doing,
it's the same person under multiple names.
That could be it too. Maybe it's Dexter on his free time, but I mean, they just play. They come out and play a lot. They play well. They'll take on any team, and that just builds you a lot of fans. People like to watch them play. I know I do.
Kind of remind me of the old school on your six. Kind of funny. We're watching the new school on your six. But
they came out and showed they're no pushover though.
Yes.
They wanted to make sure that everybody knew that they didn't become any weaker when they came back. They're still strong.
It's a good game when I open another Red Bull for it. Cheers.
Hell's just displacing more of that blood in his Red Bull system.
Yes, I got to get rid of the blood. It's getting in the damn way. It's keeping me away from my harmony with my chi. And I'm just hoping my heart will understand my chi also. Cow heart coming confirmed. Excuse me, Mrs.
Here's the
Hell's
thing.
Cat. Can we get the permission to give Hell's Cat a new experimental pig heart that will last him 100 years?
Yes,
That-
and then bacon,
and
and then
that
Hells will just
woman
start
would.
drinking bacon grease.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hells will start drinking bacon grease. Got no time for cholesterol, boys. I got a new heart. Give it to me.
Yeah, exactly. Let's test this thing
You
out.
You see Hell's in the grocery store. He's got 85 pounds of bacon in the cart. What happened to you? Oh, I got to do pig's heart. I got to go test it out. I'm gonna go eat all the bacon. I'm gonna eat deep fried food, drink the oil after. We're gonna really put this bad boy through its paces. See if it's safe for other people.
While it's still under warranty.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I can just get it replaced if it doesn't go well.
Yeah, when you hit the 8 million beat, it goes off warranty. So you got to make sure to do the proper American thing, break it, then go get it replaced by warranty. Oh, my new phone, I can get a new phone. But I love my S7, but I want the new S8. Oops, I dropped my bad. Oh yeah, I have that protection plan. For an extra $150, would you like the upgrade? Hell yeah, I do. So, yet again, now, if any newcomers, definitely check this back out in the archives. Great start of the evening. WarGaming's own RaiBot, gracing us with her presence. She's been a supporter of Wednesday Night Fights, and I'm glad that Beaver finally got his lifelong dream and then had to go to work. Honestly, though, I love Beaver to death, but I think he would freeze.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't talk as it is. I guarantee he would not have said a word besides hello and goodbye. I mean, he doesn't do a lot of talking, but that would have been his kryptonite.
Yeah, I think seriously he'd be like, "Help! my mic's messed up. Can I?"
Yeah, sorry, my mic's not working, guys. I'll just listen.
I'm gonna listen, and I'll just type in Discord.
Is that your Beaver impression?
Yeah. I could mix it, have everything done. Whack, whack, whack.
He quacks too. I must not have heard him do that. I didn't know he was a duck.
Don't you know it's a beef duck, but duck.
Oh crap!
Duck.
Dang it! Somebody changed his Discord name.
Yep. He's no
and
longer.
edit his picture a little bit.
Because beaver uck wouldn't sound good. That'd be something like you wouldn't want to even eat that. What is that, Dad? Beaver uck.
After I got a new pig's heart, I might try it, because at that point I don't care.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I can eat anything then.
It's kind of like a turducken. It would make me really want to try it.
I want one of those too. They look amazing. Here we go. Are we making all these late night tankers hungry now? Talking about bacon and ham and pepperoni, salami, a little bit of hot mustard, provolone cheese.
Actually, I kind of want to go one step further and take a turkey, chicken, duck, and a pheasant. Just
Putter's
cook all
ready.
those together.
All right.
Let's
On
see.
your 6, ready to rock and roll. Just waiting for the thumbs up from
NFTG also ready.
All
Yes, I
right,
see.
here we go. Round 2, tied up at this point. I know. Love the commentary, huh? This is why you come here. You listen to us talk about all this weird stuff. And here's the thing. Some of it's very, very true. Some of it's not. So you have to be the judge and call BS or that really happened. Wow. Scenarios. So how about this? Anarchy, you want to roll down on your 6, and then we'll have Happy go down the NFTG side.
On your 6 bringing the 5355, a T110E4, pair of E50Ms, pair of bat chats, and 4 E5s.
Whew.
NFTG over here is bringing out the Russian medium pack of 1 T62A, 5 Object 140s, followed up by 2 Bat Chats and 2 Chieftains.
Interesting pick in the 140s.
Yeah, well, I mean, NFTG countered on your 6 without even knowing it by picking a lot of mediums. It really makes the Artie, he's going to have to work a lot harder for the damage.
Yes.
And obviously what on your 6 is going to try to do is throw the E5s up on the mid-ridge, I'd imagine, and just go hull down and try to draw the game out with the Artie plugging shots away. And the E50Ms is an interesting pick, but if they can ram one of those bat chats or something, it's going to pay for itself.
Yeah, it'd be good night,
Well,
Irene.
even the 140 would work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah, I just
still
wanna see
quite a
bat chat
bit
get rammed.
heavier than the 140.
Yeah. And then NFTG bringing a 62A leads me to believe they've got a spot for it where it can get hull down. Because NFTG is not a team that would be short on tank selection. So whenever you see a pick like that, it's because they've got a specific thing they want to do with it.
A
theory.
giant group of tanks that moving exact same speed, all of a sudden showing up on your flank and have a fairly decent reload with that 100mm.
Fairly decent. The things have got crazy reload. I'd consider it a little better than fairly decent.
Well, okay, let's just say that
I'm just giving you a hard
they
time.
alternated their shots. There's always going to be
They
a
could keep
shot
firing
leaving the
forever.
barrel.
Yeah, they would have freaking a machine gun. See, NFTG is not playing the cap side at all. They're just like not interested. We're coming for you, and they're gonna just play middle ridge with a bit of an emphasis on the one line push.
Yeah, this interesting rollout here. I mean, this is...
I'm surprised. Did On Your 6 bring bat chats? No. Oh, they did. They should have maybe done a mid ridge run for some spotting. But what On Your 6 is gonna do is turn their backs to the hill and fight them front on with the E50s on the hill putting in shots for support, which is the perfect spot for them. Those guns are ridiculous. They are rail guns with extremely high base pen, and if you want to fire those heat rounds, even better. But APCR might be better served up there just because, I mean, 270 standard is no joke.
Mm-mm.
And I like the E50s up there, or the E50Ms. I don't necessarily always love them, but up there, they have a chance to out-peak NFTG, especially with Chieftains being pretty soft with a really bad weak spot on the turret. Cutter, though, is very lonely over there, especially with the Artie. It looks like they're trying to spot him, which they've done successfully. Oh, do they push in to get the Artie?
Oh no.
Is it time? Oh man, On Your 6, they've got a lot of threats right now. They have a lot of things going on. You gotta protect the Artie, but also by doing that... Oh, well... Yeah, I think Scumbag's going down here. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the risk you take with Artie, is sometimes it's kind of a dead draw. If they can get to it quick, you're just down a tank.
I don't think they want to push the
E4, no, I think they understand that's smart enough not to. Because the E5s are all going to put shots in, and
Ooh.
the E50Ms are all going to put shots in, and that's
5 shots in.
And Cutter's probably going to get a shot in as well. The hit points are deceiving, though. Even if On Your 6 is up, they legitimately have one less tank.
Yes.
Because the Artie has such little hit points that it contributes to one shot of damage.
Django
You know,
being
so that's
real
a big
pushy here,
difference.
and NFTG not seeing that. The
I like the
snapshots.
cap pressure, though. On Your 6 is going to make them do something, whether they want to or not. The Bat Chats are behind a bunch of buildings, so whether NFTG wants to come fight or not, well, you know, you got 20 seconds. You're doing something.
Yeah, you got to do
Sorry.
something. So look,
16.
they're a do or die right
15.
now. All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
Nate.
Here comes the
diving over.
140s.
Oof.
They got to focus.
All right, Bat Chats. Oh, Bat Chats are not watching
the
in
mediums
front.
are pushing Cutter. No, because they're putting in all the flanking shots on the mediums, which is going to hurt the medium push over there.
Dead ends
But
getting melted
if
there.
NFTG focus fires well, this push could turn out to be worth it, but it looks like Nate's going to go down to this E5. And then Evil's going to probably die. Nice double. I want to see how much these E50Ms get involved at the end of the game, because I honestly like that pick. Never seen it done, but those guns, man, they're gonna come up and just annihilate things.
Django over here on a lonely fight. And he's ammo wrapped.
I gotta get
so
Dig's gonna come in and probably take Maidu out. He's got a clip almost reloaded. He comes in, clips both chieftains potentially.
Yeah, that would be.
A little bit of luck.
But Dead Ant was going
Here
in
he comes
to
in with a
cut them
clip.
off.
And then Dig puts one in. Dig puts two in, and then he comes up and gets that guy. And now the 62A and 140 are coming up for the chase.
Now the tide has turned. AO Treachery going down. Dig now
Dig
fired
might
on.
have enough to finish. Yep, he's got one left for the 140.
All right,
all the E50M boys, prepare for it. Prepare for the Ram, the Dream.
There's
one.
one.
Yes.
There was 300.
Oh, come on, get out of the way, lasers. Let him get in there.
Oh, missed out on the Ram.
Oh, come on, Bat Chat Ram. Track the Bat Chat. Let him get a little love tap from the E50s.
Oh, nope, Dig's going for it. Here it comes.
I
just
love
a
that.
baby.
You scrape the paint for 120 damage. You barely give him a little lick, and it's 120 damage because of E50M.
Oh, the track
nice.
shot.
Oh, boy. He could get crushed here.
Oh,
yes.
boy. Oh, boy. Dig's going for it.
I love it. Oh, man.
They
the
got it
E50Ms.
because E50 rammed the Bat Jet into another Bat Jet.
There we go.
Are really just wanting to make me happy. Like I said, E50M and 57 Heavy are tied for my favorite tanks. So, if you guys want to make me happy, play them. And look at that. 7K between the two E50s.
Yeah.
That's actually a way better pick than I expected because it's got the least derpy gun at tier 10, right? Like, if you want consistency, it doesn't get much more consistent than the E50M. Low DPM, but you're going to make the shots count.
That's crazy. I mean, and
Under
NFTG
put
put in
away
their job, too. I mean, this is crazy. No one's a slouch in this one. We're going to switch the sides.
I really thought NFTG had a really, really, really good setup with having them spread along that whole line that On Your 6 had kind of too many threats to really focus on.
Mm-hmm.
But On Your 6 countered that nice by just really good focus fire. Having those Bat Chats in the E5 shooting all the way down that line on the medium push just completely got rid of that as a thing. Basically, it allowed them to kind of fight head first.
They have 4 slots to switch between.
Yeah, just something here real fast.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounded like you were sanding your headset.
I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, maybe Dexter was sanding his headset then.
Wasn't me.
Might be the fan. Yet again, I have this complex. I mean, I'm surrounded by just monitors and TVs, and radiating heat confirmed horrible.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got the PC, the Xbox, the TV running. It's got to be a sauna in your little setup.
Yeah.
We just need to set Hellscat up with like a little geothermal well system just for his PC and that.
What we need to do is we're going to get Hell's rubber shorts and a rubber shirt, and then we're going to make him a chair out of ice, and we're going to put it in a kiddie pool, and that's what he's going to sit in.
That would be so awesome.
All the water goes into the kiddie pool. Hell's has got, he doesn't get wet with the rubber clothes, and he's just going to sit on a chair of ice. It's going to be kind of expensive. I'm sure there's an ice company near him that can shave us a chair 3 times a week, and frickin' it could be 600 degrees. Hell's wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Nope. Minor frostbite, but you got to do what you got to do to get the stream out.
I'll put on right on my butt cheeks.
No,
I'll go get those warming pads. Those, the chemical activated ones, and just put them one under each butt cheek, so you don't get that that permafrost. So
right, yeah.
Actually, all you would need to do is just get a 2-inch piece of rigid insulation. That'll be enough. You'll still get the coolness, but you won't get the permafrost.
But I want to put hand warmers on my butt cheeks.
Yeah, at this point, House is already committed to doing something in that region, so just let him do it. Let him have his fun. He wants to put something there. I'm not going to tell him no.
No, not
It
like
might
that.
actually be a cheap way. Okay, well, hey, it might be a cheap way to cool your house. The ice chair might radiate enough cooling where you save a couple bucks on AC as well.
Yeah,
The
no,
kids
yeah.
might appreciate it.
Reroute just one of the intakes for the air conditioner. You know, go downstairs. It goes down.
It's really a.
I might just be able to turn off the AC and run the fan.
Yeah, right, exactly. You've got all the cooling you need with an ice chair. It's really a shame I came up with this at the end of summer. This would have been a big help in like July or June.
Yes.
You know, you would have been really thankful. But hey, there's always next year. So
Yeah.
that's my patented idea. Ice chairs. If you want to contact me for licensing fees, we can negotiate.
Oh yeah, and it is confirmed, man.
Oh, well.
Winter months, I am outside streaming.
Yeah.
I'll have my campy chair outside my window, and I've got my headset to run through it. So that, or I'll be like, honey, I'm gonna
Get a wireless headset.
Well, I got my wireless one. It works now. That's what caused the whole snafu earlier, but I finally got those fixed. So. How's everybody going out there? We got 22 viewers at this time. I want to say thank you to every single one of them. I would like to also say thank you to the 9 more. Actually, we're up to 627. We started out the night at 619.
Whew.
So you
I
guys
didn't know
are...
you guys jumped over 6 that much on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
we hit 600.
And then yet again, I want to say thank you for the subscribe.
We jumped up that much.
For the subscribe. So big shout outs to... hold on. Sorry, I just got a message. So.
I've got another groundbreaking idea for you, though, Hells. In the winter, instead of an ice chair, you're just going to go carve a chair out of the snow. And then, boom, problem solved. And
Yeah,
then every
no joke,
week,
right?
You could make something in the background behind the camera, like a snowman or something, and you could dress them up differently. It'll be a running joke. Yeah, we're up to 637 followers at the moment. Can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And also, for everybody coming in and being... doing this for us. I mean, it's great. And then we got everybody that's doing subscribes. I know a huge shout out to everybody that's been doing it. I've been getting messages saying, you know, hey, we got you. We'll get you that subscribe. Thanks for informing us on how to get Twitch Prime.
Sniff's ready. Yeah, like those ice chairs aren't free. You know, Hells has got to pay for
Yeah,
those
I see
somehow.
that.
They're expensive. He needs 3 of them a week. They're running them dry. So the subs keep Hells cold, and he appreciates it.
Yes.
It's also September, so half off subs for the first time.
Yes.
If you're thinking about trying it, why not do it now? You know, we appreciate it always. We'll look at in the future doing special giveaways and stuff for just the subscribers because you guys are the best, obviously. Regular viewers are pretty great too, but the subscribers are really where it's at.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They gotta hit a Hell's Cat.
They get a whole new level of enjoyment. I'm in the midst of doing that as we speak. So big shout outs to all of the subscribes. Thank you.
And you get to know that your money that you're paying is going to tournaments. I mean, that's what we're using all of it for.
Well,
is
tournaments,
prizing for
and you know,
giveaways and stuff.
I'd love to be able to use some of that for the codes and tournaments, and then the codes that we give online.
Just the prizing, I guess. Yeah, I probably should have just said prizing as a whole. It goes to stuff that we give back to you guys. So,
yeah.
If you see a Twitch subscriber, make sure you say thank you because you very well could have just gotten the code that his money paid for.
Yes.
You never know.
Most definitely. And then also over there on YouTube, you guys are doing awesome over there.
If you see me in real life, just punch me and say,
"Whoa,
you need to step up your game as a room mod."
That was a little much.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you not to because it's Dexter, but you know, you don't have to. But if you do, take a video and send it to me. I'll send you a code.
Yeah, Anarchy, get you a code, and I'll get you a code. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you get attacked back with like a 5-iron, that's your bad.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Or if he starts dancing on you,
yeah.
I'm not paying for your therapy. If he starts dancing on you, I'm not paying for your therapy.
You can get the punch in and call it good, and then run.
Yeah.
Don't let Dex voice make you think anything. Me and Dex met, and he makes me look small. And he's not like, and I'm not a small guy either, and I'm not like fat. I do lift weights and stuff like that. But anyway, really fast, NFTG, I get to go down at this time, pair of T62As, pair of 140s, pair of batch hats, trio of E5s, and a chieftain.
On your 6 has an E4, trio of batch hats, TVP, and a 5 E5s, just a significant sum of them. And then back to what we were saying, if you do see Hells in public and try to throw chicken at him, he reserves the right to hit you with his leg. And that is painful, I can tell you. From experience, that's how he keeps us all in line. It is extremely heavy. You wouldn't expect it.
So RaiBot has RaiBot has her three-legged cats. WNF has their one-legged cat.
Oh, that was really good. That was funny, yeah. Except I don't think RaiBot's cat beats people with it. You know, like Hells will do that to you. You'll never see it coming, and it stings.
All of a sudden you just hear a whistle. Wham!
Yeah, and then you see the bright lights. It's all over from there.
I'm like a grandmaster of 10th level yoga master, dude. Yeah. So I can bend in weird angles and then be able to kick you with my toe. Be like,
yeah, he can balance on one finger.
Yeah,
he's incredibly just a balance master. Little known fact about Hells.
That's awesome.
Yeah, see what happens when the games take too long to start. Hells has to hypothetically beat people up. And we've only been sitting here for 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's one of those. You know,
me too, supposedly.
You won't like me when I'm hungry moments. I haven't ate dinner yet, so you won't like me when I'm hungry.
We don't let Hells eat.
Quick.
He only gets rations when he does well. And today, well, no, today he lost his rations because that audio bug gave us all so much stress before he lost food privileges for the day. Try again tomorrow. Beaver's eating his food. He gets two meals today because of the RaiBot thing. Beaver gets a bonus.
Kind of an odd setup with on your 6. They're really spread out.
The only thing is those 3 bat chats obviously way out of the fight, but I mean it's either going to help them or hurt them. If NFTG pushes early, it's going to suck. But if those bat chats get to where they want to go and you don't expect them, that is a ton of damage to get just surprised with out of the blue. And that's just a really a messy situation. But also on your 6, if they lose that hill, are going to be having shots coming in from 2 angles.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah. I mean, they should see it now on your 6, realizing that that's a lot of bat chats.
Oh, they're all getting into the water.
I wouldn't do that. Please don't do that, guys.
Oh, never mind. No, they're just going to play against the hill. I apologize.
All right, so they're going to split the hill.
Oh my God, the E5 just dodged 4 shots. Iosco just missed out on getting hit 4 times. That guy, you better count your lucky stars.
Bat chats really need to get in.
And then Django doing a great job of spotting him up, but he's on reload, and here comes Strude. And
oh, he needs to not let them know that he's on reload. He needs to feign that he's got a clip always to keep those guys off his back.
Oh, a tracking shot. Strude just...
What hit him? Oh, the E4. I didn't even know Cutter was over there. That was just rude.
Alright, so the E5s on your 6 are kind of getting bled out. But
they're circling the wagons, just doing what they can. Yeah. The bad chats are just going to sit on the tracks and put rear shots in, I think.
Yep. A lot of bounces off hatchback. I mean, just bouncing off hatchback. Crest total white, hiding behind the tank.
They need to get you a Sherman down. Oh, see, Django's coming in with the clip. Well played. He's gonna pay for it, but he got that bat chat out and he got damage away. I think the 140 is gonna chase him. He's not gonna let him get away with that and get another clip loaded.
E4 set up for the shot. E4 set up for the shot on anybody who chases Django.
Because nobody knows Cutter's there. So if that 140 gets a little confident that he can do it, that's
Django gets shot from across the map by Sherman. Sherman really needs to get out of there.
Oh, Django's gonna get a clip into the 140.
Oh,
well, I mean,
Ghost gets him back.
Easy on him.
All right, so this is a weird setup. I've never really... Those bat chats Dig and them need to really start working and get together.
I don't know. I mean, they're not doing a ton, but I think they're doing enough. Like, if you look, whenever they have clips, they're really putting the punishment away.
Evil on HM8 getting
gun handling.
HM8 tracked, so Evil taking a lot of damage, backing into HM. Ghost still alive. Cutter slowly creeping out of the fight. SBT, this is... Hopefully he doesn't get punished too bad. Coming out of the hole with...
What?
Oh, big shot into Scriptics. All right.
Dig is now getting his gun involved.
Sniff.
He's shooting the bats on the hill.
I mean, Crooklyn and Pat Angie.
It's another name you can't say.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
But now, on your 6 in serious trouble. Cross shots from everywhere.
Django dying pretty much means that they're stuck in the water with flanks.
And, I mean,
Django couldn't have done anything about it. But
those guys back here, yes, sniping, to kind of bleed, but they're getting trolled. And they need to do something. They either need to go swarm the wagons. Everybody's paying attention the other way. You have an E5, a Crest, and Sniff. All right, Sniff going down.
There's actually a chance for a draw if On Your 6 wants to play it that way. There's enough time left.
Yes.
Where as long as they don't die in like 12 seconds, On Your 6 could, worst case scenario, force a draw if they can't pull the win out.
Ghost and Strong Guy also taking out Lasers, Scumbag. There goes Strude, finally going down. Jedra going down.
Lasers is going down here as well.
Lasers going down. So that frees up 3 more
cannons.
cannons.
So it comes down to the bat chats.
Yeah, so 3 more cannons from NFTG.
Honestly, what I think they're going to do
going
is
for
like,
this.
Dig.
Yep.
He's going to go hide.
Yep.
Dig's going to go hide. These other 2 bat chats are going to reload, and whenever the cap gets, they're just going to bum rush them. But honestly, if On Your 6 plays it well, they really can't chase them because of the amount of clip potential. Like, they could very easily lose if they make a bad push.
I mean, they should have got on the base. 3 people on the base was 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, and especially if they shield with the E5s to, like, have the mediums have cap points and just shield with the E5s. I think On Your 6 is going to draw this out. They're spreading out. If they want to push, they don't know where Dig is, so they're going to see those 2 bad chats, go to push them, perhaps kill them, and then it's going to be too late.
Oh, no.
Oh, 30 seconds. That's not good.
Yep, it's a different time for this map.
Well, they're going to force On Your 6's hand here. They're going to have to go in and get resets. At this point, stop taking, just go in. Sometimes the timer's glitchy for us, though. It might be a minute, because look at how small that bar is going up. If you look, that bar's not even at half yet.
Mine
so
is at half.
Wrong time. Yeah, mine is at half, but there's only 15 seconds left, and it's going to tick for longer than that, I think.
No, it's going to end up right there.
Man, mine's just looking like it's going really slow. I just remember there was that glitch for a while where our freaking things displayed wicked wrong.
Too little, too late. They waited too long for the push. 2, 1. That's it. They waited too long to get that push in. The bad chats. There you go.
I was going to say, is the game going to end? Yeah, they should have pushed 10
well,
seconds.
Well, it's 5 seconds after the hit 0.
Yeah, and whatever there's
another
a kill.
5 if they get a kill.
I mean,
and with the bad chat, that could be totally possible. That's the thing.
I mean, yeah, they did damage, but yet again, I mean, at what? That put so much pressure on everybody else. Like Lasers, he didn't even get a chance. What? He shot 10 times, 4 hits, but no pins. I mean, but they were down in that water. I mean, that's you gave the enemy the complete high ground. So NFTG taking another one. It's tied, 2-2.
Yep, and I guess...
Does that mean going to Ghost Town?
Yep.
Cool.
They are putting on a show for you. Wow.
I know.
Oh my God.
I think Hellscat is getting tired.
No. My nerves are on edge. The streak. Who would have think the streak's on the line going to game 5?
Basically, whatever happens, Hells is going to be sweating. Because if NFTG loses, you know, you just watch his team lose, and then if On Your 6 unfortunately loses, the streak ends. So whatever happens, Hells is sweating.
Yeah, I mean, woof. Because you know, it's gonna sound bad because for each team I'm gonna root and cheer, but on the other hand, I'm gonna be like, oh, that sucked. Oh man. And you know the funny thing, all the pressure's on your 6. NFTG, this is just another game.
Yeah, I guess you got that.
Wouldn't it be? I mean, yeah, you're taking down the streak, but there's always 2 weeks to try to break the streak.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there's pressure there to be the first one to break the streak. Put your name out there, and then you have that to carry on. I don't know if it would matter in the WCL or something like that, but I know it will be a hefty title to have for the NFTG guys. Would be that they ended the streak, and then you hear DP in the background throwing a kegger, and
Wait, a kegger and I'm not invited?
hey, you got to talk to DP.
Ah.
But yet again, they will hold the record at 24, so they are the first team to hold the record to 24, or it moves on to 25. So, and yet again, we're looking at the ranking aspect. On your 6, a silver tank, but everybody knows there's a spot reserved somewhere in the gold rankings for On Your 6. They're that good of quality. Silence. Killing me. They keep talking about this. I haven't heard NRK voice in so long. Quite lovely.
NRK. That's funny. It's my new gamer tag, boys. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, yeah. It's Virality Slays.
NRK, the numbers. Oh, Virality. How's it going? I like that guy. Virality, I was in the first clan I was ever in. That's where I met him. I've known him for a while, actually.
So we're going to put on there, you know, you're already an ace tanker, an all-star, and a superstar. Are we going to have to add on there to your title clan jumper? Question mark?
Oh, yeah. I am a well-known clan hopper. I've been in 3 clans ever, and, you know, so that's pretty much a clan hopper. You ask me.
You know what matters, though? You always be WNF at heart, so you have that WNF tag.
You've been in more clans than me, I think, Mr. Hells. ETC, Peril, Punished, and now NFTG.
Yep,
I
4.
think you got me beat. Yeah, so if anybody's a clan hopper. I mean, mine were in a shorter period of time, but it mostly was not my choice.
I mean, yeah, it was one of the... Well, Punished, it was an idea that just couldn't launch. So let's not count it full on.
I'm counting it.
Thanks. But yeah, I mean, Punished, we just couldn't get the caller. With me doing Wednesday night fights, I created the team for a solid silver division team, and I just couldn't get a caller. The options were there in the beginning, and then everything kind of fizzled out, and it was not fair to keep those guys on ice. They're good. They practice. Shit, we did 3 weeks.
3 nights a week practice. 3 nights a week practice. It was intense.
And these 3 weeks plus, these were 2-hour plus long practices. So
yeah, the 8, 9 p.m. Well, a lot of the players have moved on to really good places. Like, you see a lot of them in Nightmare. I stole Stone. I brought him over to TNG, over to the dark side. A lot of them are playing for Nightmare at the moment. Some
But
of them,
did
like
you give
Dexter,
him cookies?
Or no clan. Nope. It was actually easier to convince him than you might think. I was really glad to have him. I like Stone. I know, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you got to see him play tonight. I meant to mention it, but I forgot.
Yeah, he was one of the punished guys. You see a lot of the punished guys in some big name matches, and
yeah, really. I'm sure there was Nightmare guys that played tonight that were actually punished that we just weren't paying attention to.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take this. Both teams, I'm gonna.
Actually, there wasn't.
Oh, I don't know. There normally is.
All right, so hold on here. All right, I'm gonna go down this. This is it. This is for Pride for NFTG side. This is for the streak on your 6. Team that WNF has been promoting for months upon months, almost to a year now. And then my boys at NFTG, here we go. Snip by Wagon in the 1E4. Mr. Strood of Waffentrager E100. Scriptix coming out in the, of course, the 183 Death Star. I see Dead Ants and Ghost PB, both in Bat Chats. Crest Total White and Maydew, both in IS7s. U.S. Sherman, Strong Asco, T57 Heavies. Hatchback Killer E100. Over on your 6, here we go. XO on your 6 and a proud member of the Wednesday Night Fights family. Cutter Deeply in his E4. HH Kirkland. OBJ 140. SBT Killed to Live. Scumbag Jedra. Treachery. Django. HM8. All in E5s. We have Lasers. Evil Knievel. And Patanji. E100s. Here we go, guys. Launch it out. Let's get this on. I can't take it no more between the 40 ounces of Red Bull and the talk with RaiBot and all the great matches all night long. I'm going to have a heart attack. I can feel it.
Especially with talking for once.
I know, right? Apparently RaiBot got Dexter all pumped up, too. God dang. We need her on the show more often when Dex is freaking room modding.
Yeah, no joke.
This is the most I've ever heard him talk.
Looking here.
See, the thing is with Beaver, it either would have had the same effect, or like you said, Beaver would have clammed up, and we wouldn't have gotten 2 words out of him the whole night.
Really let's see here. Hatchback here showing off his three-striped E100. Oh, Strong working on his 2-star on his 57, but Sherman has a 3-star. Only a 1-star.
You get a mark of excellence, shame.
Coming out of Crest.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Maydew no stars.
Well, a lot of the times, yeah, that happens a lot. Like with certain tanks, people just get them and don't really have an interest in playing pubs in them or don't really like them, but they're such good comp tanks you can't not, have them.
All right, so
like I don't have really any competitive tank 3 mark, to be honest.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. All right, so here we go. The question of the day is, do you split them up or you keep them all together within one controllable area?
With NFTG's lineup, with the Waffle, with the Waffle and the Death Star, a little mistake, man, you could be down a tank. That could be a mess with enough, with NFTG playing it well.
So do you kind of do a hold, get the feel?
Yeah, if I was on your 6, I would be so cautious right now.
Ghost is using the map. There he goes. He's going up.
Yeah, well, you see that all the time. That when you put a scout to scout that side, you almost always see him make that climb because it's a really powerful spot.
Well, Crooklyn showing off Ghosts there, but there's no one to shoot at Crooklyn. No one really lined
Sherman's
up.
got the 3-star at 57 heavy.
Yeah. Maydew taking a fire on someone here. Apologize for missing that.
On your 6, Cutter got punished there, apparently. I don't know how. Oh, Cutter. Oh, I thought he fell off. Cutter almost got stuck right there. That would have been horrible.
All right, I Dead Ants going out for the other flank. Smart of Cutter to get out of there and retransplant. Crooklyn now going to the left, so let's see. Dead Ants probably looking for shots down this road. Lasers must have radar. They're just hiding
their 2 tank destroyers. Like Waffle and Scriptix are just kind of waiting for something to happen, and then they're going to come out and show them who's in charge.
All right, Bad Chat versus 140.
Waiting for a push.
Yeah, Crooklyn and Dead Ants might have a little thing, but I don't think Dead Ants wants to fight a 140.
No, it looks
He
like
knows better.
getting out of there.
Oh, if Lasers was a bit quicker, he would have had a shot on that bat chat.
Oof.
All right, some more of the NFTG guys pushing forward. All right, Ghost coming in, looking for shots down the road.
Scriptex just brought the Waffle up into the fight. That's going to be definitely a target to focus.
Everybody playing waiting game. Seeing what everybody's doing. I mean, you got to figure that the Dead Ants getting tapped a couple times. That must have been from Crooklyn.
Yeah, probably. They had a little bit of a brawl. Unless Dead Ants got punished on the way out for it. But I think Crooklyn probably shot him when he was running.
Who's going to push first? All right, so NFTG's coming on the other side.
It's the thing with Ghost Town, especially with the tank picks. You got to be really careful.
Oh,
Nobody wants to be
there we
the team
go.
that makes
Cutter
that
putting an
mistake.
awesome shot into a Strunk.
Yeah.
Can't go Fett right
Cutter's
there.
Probably going to be... Oh boy, the NFTG push is in full swing.
Yep. Oh, Crest Total White automatically getting Amarak. Confirm IS-7.
Cutter's going to shoot that IS-7. Oh, the big damage rolls. 928. Cutter's just about to run into their entire team.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to get interesting here, boys.
Oh, boy. Cutter.
Okay, well, there goes Crest. They're sending the E4 around. Oh, look at how Cutter, he's dug in like a tick in that spot so that Stiff can't even get a shot on him.
Dead Ant's trying to get shots. He's going to get him right here on Cutter.
Oh, well, even though Cutter's going to probably go down, he's really shown the E4. He's been less than gentle to them in that thing.
Yes.
He put a lot of damage out.
Ghost now going to the next block.
Parting shot in the other guy.
Batchats thinks the way's clear, but Evil Knievel is lined up the shot.
Yeah, the 2E100s are pre-aimed, man. If he tries that, oh no,
Ghost is. Here it comes. Oh, big miss by both of them. Oh,
that looked like latency, to be honest. Because on my screen, he was moving, and they both shot behind him by a mile.
Yes.
I feel like that was just, they might be West Coast players or something, and that little extra bit of ping was not gentle to them.
In that moment,
that's not a miss.
Yeah, in that moment, Ghost should be gone. But now Ghost said he's going to shoot Evil right here. Get into position. Big Bink. 2 rounds? No.
Lasers and the other E100 just traded, but the 57 Heavy's going to come up with a clip of heat and probably put it. Oh, he can't pen the E100 at that angle. That's heartbreaking.
But here comes Sherman on the other end, but he's running heat, and it's stopped by the barriers.
And Ghost just clipped out a E5 over here.
Oh my goodness.
That's got to be careful, man.
On your 6 behind.
Oh, they don't even have a bat chat or anything to force a draw with to run away. Lasers has got to angle the crap out of his turret to avoid a pen right now. He needs to not get penned.
Strong's there, though, with the heat.
Doesn't matter.
Yep, 257s.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the 57 Heavies.
All right, so you still do have these E100s over here, and you still have HM.
Oh, the E5s are about to pay. Oh, the Waffle's on the reload.
Oh, coming up behind Sherman, putting around in SPT getting tracked. Oh, Strong misses his last round. Both of them on the reload, so they're going to double push. It's going to confirm.
Oh, the E4's got a parting shot out. That hurts. The E4 got a parting shot before he died. The bad chat's going to come in with the double or the clip and just probably kill Evil.
Yep.
I would imagine. Oh. Now he can shoot for free though.
Here it is. Streak on the line. Streak on the line. 20 seconds left. Pedanji just needs to stay alive for 19 seconds.
He needs all the
15 seconds.
His armor needs to go into hyperdrive.
Ghost on reload. Waffen still on reload. Oh, it reloaded, and there it is.
The E100 got the pen.
NFTG does it.
Close.
Oh my god, NFTG does it.
I really thought he had the pen there. I thought he was going to bounce it, to be fair. That was a game.
let's look at the damage going, roll down here. U.S. Sherman coming in with 4K in that 57 heavy. Snip coming in with 4K in his E4. Scriptix in the 183 coming in with 3,200 over on your 6th.
I didn't even see the 183.
Patangi, 4573. He tried. They tried. The damage spread was pretty good. Treachery having a low game, and Jedra having a low game.
Well, like, as you see on an FTG side, they got the 57 heavy put big damage out, and that E4 also put pretty big damage out.
I mean, on your 6 did a great job, too. Yet again, NFTG is a confirmed high-level gold team. So, I mean, this is intense. I mean, there is no sadness on your 6. They can make another streak. They can always be this, but it will always go down in the record book. On your 6, being the team to first set the bar that high. So that was absolutely amazing. I'm going to see if I can get some friends in here.
Ugh, friends.
Hey, fellas.
Well, hello, Sniff. Don't mean to pull you away from the guys. So after your guys' big victory there, but I wanted to get you in here, and then also Kill You should be coming in here shortly. Not Kill You, but Cutter Deeply. How the boys? They super excited?
Oh yeah, we're super stoked. That was fun, man. It's fun when you get it to Ghost Town, and it's like all the it all comes down to that, and it's just like you got to win, and
yeah, I mean,
you guys worked well on that last map. We started to get warmed up, more towards the end, but yeah, it's kind of slow start, but we kind of brought it together.
Yeah, that was so exciting. And then finally coming down with 14 seconds left. And he's trying to bounce and block as much damage as you guys could. I mean, that was
those guys in the E100s were angling perfect, and they were playing
That's
them
the fun
well.
heat rounds,
and I told the guys, I said
can't
on that
angle out
last
of
game,
those.
they had the lineup that literally all they had to really do is pick a spot and just push on us, and it would have been really tough because they had so many heavies. I mean, they had 5 E5s and a couple E100s. Like, they had the hit point pool to literally just lean on us if they wanted to, but they didn't do that. They kind of were afraid of the Waffle and the Death Star, and they just sat there and let us kind of pick at them, which was
I definitely
nice.
think those were enough insurance, those two tanks, where nobody wants to push on that. I mean, 3,600 clip, they could take out like 2 E5s, and then the Death Star could pretty much one-shot somebody.
And what
Nobody
was
wants to
great on
push
that
into
last
that.
one was they were staring at that Death Star and that Waffle, waiting for them to poke out, and I was just sending shot after shot into their sides with my E4. So it was good. We kind of got them in a cross there.
I mean, and then all the matches, even Prokhorovka, I mean, Cliff was super exciting. It was like, oh my God, and over here, oh my God. And I mean, you guys came in strong with with the NFT pushes, doing a great job, and then on your 6 trying to hold and defend and flex.
Yeah, mine was funny. I mean, usually the team on the South spawn kind of has the advantage, and we both lost on that one. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's strange.
It was just I know this is probably going to be one of the most watched shows in our YouTube and our Twitch. You guys, it ended up being a blockbuster super night of tanking. You guys and on your 6 capping out the show and the crown jewel and the flagship. At RaiBot early this year, I couldn't imagine any better of a Wednesday. I mean, You guys, I'm just mind blown.
That was a good match. It was definitely a good match.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody on the team, one game, one person had 3K damage, and another person, the damage was always rotating within. There just wasn't one shining person. Everybody was doing a great job.
At the end of that last one, I'm like, hey, look at that. Wagon's actually at the top this time. I'm usually at the bottom. I'm always leading the charge and getting my butt blown off. But
especially as the caller, it's hard to do damage. Like your numbers are way lower when you're calling. I've noticed every time I call, my numbers are way down from what they normally could be because you're very busy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it in stone.
The guys did well. I mean, they were taking shots for each other. They were rotating in the heavy, the hit point pool, and we right there at the end, Crest jumped in front of me with his IS-7 and blocked, kept me alive for a while there. I got another 2 shots in before I died, and I was 1 shot to those E100s. So.
Well, Anarchy hasn't played in a while. They played a couple weeks ago, but they haven't been back into the real swing of things. So this is definitely, they made a statement tonight though. They were no pushover, and they're back, and they haven't lost a step. They're still a strong team.
They're definitely not a pushover team. They know what they're doing. They got legit strats, and they do practice, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm just so impressed. I mean, of course, NFTG, long-standing staple, firm in where they are, and every aspect of it, and everybody has of NFTG, being held high. And now you get you also, so you have that, and then now you're the streak slayer. You get to have that with us. I mean, and like I was telling people, it was no small slouch. I mean, on your 6 during this, they fought you guys once before on it within the streak.
Yeah, I think they beat us the last time we played this 10 versus 10.
Yeah, and
I remember it being close, but I think they beat us.
Yeah, so, that came down to Game 5 again. I'm gonna pull it up on the records, but yeah, that one went to Game 5
versus Immortals. Those were also super close.
And it's just amazing that, these set teams, the Immortals, and NFTG, on your 6 is keeping up.
We're playing in Battle of the Clans this weekend on Sunday, 4 p.m.
Oh, so, gotta tune that in, don't you?
Yeah, it should be. Probably the winner's going to win the whole thing, I would think. So, we're going to try our best on that one.
Yes, sir. And you know how hard you made this evening on me?
How's that?
Oh my God, Anarchy's pretty much was making fun of me because he's like, "Who do you root for?" And then how do you get yourself out of trouble? And I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Like I said before, Hells, I think it's fun to hear it on stream if you just start ribbing some of these other guys from these other clans. You're NFTG, so you just go ahead and rib away. We'll try to give you some ammo.
I think you should just kick him for NFTG if I had a vote. But we were talking about that because he's been a big proponent for On Your 6 for the whole time. And, you want to see him because he's been very, he's always promoted On Your 6 and everything. So it was hard for him to root against them.
I appreciate that Hells is pushing. You have this New Blood tournament going, and On Your 6 is a relatively new clan, and they kind of came out of nowhere, and Hells is like, these guys are really, really good. And you can tell right away if a team is really, really good. So I guess, that's why you root for the new guys to kind of give these gold teams a run for their money. And, we're trying to work with a team called Eye for an Eye. They've actually asked us to help them with practices and stuff, so we've been doing that. So watch out for that team. They're going to be.
That's actually pretty funny with the New Blood tournament. There's another team that's also receiving help from a pretty high level gold team. So there's kind of like little proxy wars going on.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's pretty funny.
And I'm just keeping my mouth shut during this whole situation with Eye for an Eye and NFTG. I'm kind of like.
I always liked watching Eye for an Eye play. They're a solid team. I think they'll do very good if they continue to play and practice. They've got the makings of a solid team.
So yeah, I mean
they've got some good players on that squad. I'll tell you, they got 2 really good E50 players. One of them is Vinny something, and I'm forgetting the other guy, but yeah, they've got some good players that know what they're doing. So watch out for them.
So I'm just telling everybody here, it's going to go in the books. With the record, 24 games straight out of this. So now here goes. Who's the next on your 6? Is DP going to try to challenge that with the 761 format? Or is there a new team coming in the widths that can beat? So they've been beat, but now
what's DP streak?
18-19.
And TNG has a similar streak for 768 as well.
So
it'll really, if either one of those teams start to play consistently, they have a chance to make a pretty good run at the streak.
Yeah, and now here's the thing: on your 6, they did it once before. Can they do it again? Can this time they beat their own record? So, I'm just, and then this is a really good win for NFTG. Maybe this starts NFTG's run for the record. I just can't wait. I want to promote it. I want these teams to get recognized for it, and I want everybody just to get blown up. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think we're going to stick with tier 10s from now on. So,
yes.
Tired of matching everybody's. On your 6 has this streak, so they pretty much get to dictate what they want to run. Run on 10 versus 10, tier 10s. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm easy. I'll go with whatever format you want. We'll take you on.
I'd really like to see more teams follow suit, and the ones that are still playing 9s, I'd really like to see them start playing 10s, with a lot of the recent tournaments being 10s. Hopefully that kind of kicks people into gear to start playing them, because I really like watching them.
Well, and it's one of these things. Some of it did get leaked last night. I mean, you just got to look at the arena rooms. The arena rooms are set up, 8 to 10s. That eliminates like a 761 format completely. So, we're going to find out. The new the WCL is coming this Sunday. The
WCL special event thing.
Yeah,
it's Saturday at 5 p.m.
Yeah, Saturday at 5 p.m. So watch the stream here, and then hop on over and watch it.
There is prizing for the team that wins the WCL special event as well. The WCL guys have their own little stash of codes that they're busted into. The matches are unfortunately not streamed due to Xbox Arena limitations, but
correct.
Still, playing it if you can.
And then
it'd be a great time.
So here, let me do a quick rundown of future events coming soon for Wednesday night fights. So 1, a new record shall be set. Who's going to take it? 2, October 4th, Fantasy Tank Drafts. If you're a huge fantasy football fan, well, guess what? Now we have teams signed up for that. So now you bet on these players of these set teams with these set players, and it's just like fantasy football except for World of Tanks. Great idea. We're in correlation. WNF and Pants on the Ground from Nightmare. Big shout out to that. That man's a genius, and a great overall guy. Period. So that's coming up. So we have this new blood now. Next tournament that we're going to be lining up will be for the Silver Division. So that's going to be coming up. Nerve, we will be releasing the date here really soon. 2v2s and it's just getting bigger. So this time out, what we're going to be doing, we're going to put out the whole kit and caboodle out to you guys so you can check it out. And this is going to be for cash, y'all. Cash, and a substantial amount of cash. And it pays out from first all the way down to 8th place. That's coming up. I think that's pretty exciting there, Sniff, don't you think?
A two-person team, a two-person tournament?
2v2, King of the Hill. Yep. Right now, the kings of it is Pants on the Ground and Ops K19. So those guys are took the crown and gonna hold that high for a long time. For the first annual for that. Now these 2v2s can't go underneath the King of the Hill, but we'll still have a King of the Hill for the public. But these will be full-out cash payouts, $7 per player. All that money goes into a pool, and then gets dispersed outwardly. First place takes anywhere. I think all I know for a fact is you can buy a brand new game with all that cash. So you put in 7 and you have enough money that you would get back. And I'm talking, this ain't Microsoft, this ain't nothing. This is from Wednesday Night Fights PayPal account directly back into your guys' PayPal account. Cash, we take care of the charges. Bingo, bongo, mongo. Done. Now, there might be charges on your end for receiving it. I don't know. That we won't cover. So, that's coming up. Anarchy, what else have I missed? There's still more on the plate for us.
I don't think anything we're announcing yet, really. I mean, everything else is kind of too far away with too cloudy of details to make an announcement. Really.
Oh, the Q show. Q show coming up soon.
Oh, yeah, crap.
Yep, Q show, we're putting that together. Q show's it's ESPN for World of Tanks. We're gonna have a panel of people coming in. We're gonna be talking over players, tanks, releases, everything. It's Tank Talk Live and ESPN put together, and this will be for like 2-hour shows. For an hour to 2-hour shows that become episodic. We might do it 2-3 times a week. So you'd be able to be like be a Netflixer and watch all of them at one time. There will be graphics.
Quevlin's really taken the show. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, like, Quevlin's really, he came up with the idea, approached us with it, and we were like, yeah, great idea. How could you not? And then Quevlin has taken it to the next step and is putting it together completely. He's doing it, he's doing it. He's putting it together. He's looking for people to come on and be analysts and stuff. I think he's still looking for people, so sounds like something you might want to do. Contact him. He'll get you hooked up. Still trying to look at the first time to put the show on. He's having some artwork done. But yeah, really, just can't give him enough props for. He's really he's doing it himself. I mean, he had an idea and he's making it.
Yeah, it's one of those. He talked it with us. We gave the green light and said, so it'd be one of those. He's the director. I just produce it, and it'd be the Q show live here on Wednesday. And also, I'm working on that, making it a podcast also. And speaking of podcasts, WNF Radio, Hellcat Radio. I'm in the approval state on iHeart. If you want to jam out to what I listen to while I do all the work, and I listen to everything, so you might get a little Five Finger Death Punch, all the way down to Boys to Men, Ozzy, Smoke on the Water. Little, Freebird, who knows? It comes 80s rock, get some Motley Crue up in there. So check it out. We're going to be having that going, and I'm almost finished with me personally, almost done with www.wednesdaynightfights.com. .net. I've almost got it done. It's been a pain in the butt, and I've been banging my head a lot. I have a red mark right there. I look like I'm from a different country. But my dot's I'm a big dude, so I have to have a bigger red dot.
You guys amaze me how much you got your hands in everything, and I just appreciate it so much.
Oh, well, if it wasn't for you guys, I mean, for you as the captain, co-captain, the players, you guys, you put on a hell of a show, and then you participate in the show. Yet again, as always, and everybody will always say, WNF is for you guys. I thank you personally. Thank you.
If it wasn't for you guys watching it, we'd just be a bunch of weird guys sitting in a dark room talking to each other. So nobody came to watch it. It wouldn't really matter what we were doing much.
Hey, there's some good stuff. Go ahead.
I watch Wednesday night fights religiously, so.
Good, glad to hear it. Also, not even only watching it, but playing. You know, it gives us something.
Yes.
I may not watch it while it's being streamed, but I watch it every week. So.
Well, thank you for that,
work, guys.
Especially if you're a caller for a team. I mean, it's a good way to watch. A lot of different teams play, a lot of different formats, and, you know, get the wheels turning, and perhaps you come up with a couple strats or something from
every now
stuff
and
you
then
saw, or at
see
least
something.
see the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You see something you really like. Like you had said, you commended on your 6 on their calls and stuff. I'm sure if you go back and watch the stream and see the full scope of it, you know, maybe you pick something up from it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so. Thank you to all you guys. Wargaming, thank you, RaiBot, for taking the time out and coming onto the show this evening. Busy woman doing her we talked to her while she was doing dishes and cooking salmon. That's how busy this woman is. Wow. Does all that work, plus comes and talks to us. Wow. Big thumbs up.
And that was on her free time. You know, she's not even at her job. Yeah. Like, this is her personal time, and she took the time to come hang out with us bums. So, if you see her, thank her for coming on the show.
Oh, yeah. And Wednesday Night Fight, we'll go to Chicago. That will be streamed live. We'll act a fool.
Yeah.
We'll do that 80s.
House is going to be running around the office with his shirt off.
Oh,
just whooping and a womping.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be... I'm going to have Pain Gods sign my artificial leg.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I want signatures all over that NFTG t-shirt you got, Hells.
Oh, yes.
You should wear that. If you guys go to Chicago, you should wear that.
You definitely have to don that shirt.
Oh, yeah, that shirt.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, that shirt will be on. I mean, okay. I've taken it out. I pulled it out of its preservation bag. I put it in one of those vacuum bags all by itself. So
Hell's has been waiting for a special event. Like when he gets chicken thrown at him, he said he's wearing the NFTG T-shirt. Anytime there's a special event, expect him to be in that T-shirt.
So yeah, and then I'm gonna repay the favor back because you're gonna be getting a Wednesday Night Fight T-shirt from me personally to you. Their wagon. So
appreciate it.
You know, anytime. Thank you.
Well, I'll definitely be thrilled to get that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's what you should get, one of those to Beaver too. And if you guys go, he could wear the Wednesday Night Fights T-shirt, and you can wear the NFTG one. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm sure people will get a kick out of that.
Oh yeah, most definitely get one. Yeah. Get them all signed up and then have them both preserved. Yep, there we go. This, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
it'd be a cool little thing
for small timers like us. I mean, it's a pipe dream to go to a game developer's place, meet all the people, and be able to have interviews and live interviews there on stream. I'm geeking out. I'm geeking out.
She'll get you there. You can meet the devs, ask any questions. They said they want you to come out because they're doing the competitive stuff and they want your input. Hells, you're important to them.
Wow.
So you just give RaiBot the notice and you'll be there.
What? It's one of those, and all of this started because these great teams. I mean, the community coming up with, hey, let's do the 10-100. What? Oh, okay, let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's play the 768 format, what WCL should be. Okay, no problem. Let's perfect it. And, we perfected it. Hey, I mean, all the way down to look at the New Blood tournament. Who would ever thought, 735 format? Who would have thunk? All right, guys. Well, Sniff, any closing thoughts for this evening?
We're looking forward to starting our new streak next week.
And we'll have it.
Love it. Love the confidence.
Yes. Hey there, Superman. Happy Gilmore. You got any closing thoughts?
He's probably sleeping.
Well, yeah, long day
Yeah,
at
he's
work.
sleeping.
Anarchy, I know you have some closing thoughts. Roll it out, buddy.
Nah, short and sweet. Just thanks for everybody that watched. If you only watched part of the show, can't recommend enough you watch the whole thing. It was, in my opinion, one of the better shows we've put on in a long time. The lineup was great. RaiBot coming in. We had a good bit of banter there in the middle. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Totally. I have to say this is probably the best Wednesday night fight moment and time I've ever had. And I hope this continues and this will follow, continue on. We're going to be bringing on some more streamers. It's all going to go crazy. And, I mean, you never know. Stuff happens.
I'm just glad I came on to commentate tonight.
Oh, yeah.